Why? Dude. Why? For what purpose? Wait. Game Tracker doesn't exist anymore. So it's like he's basically admitting the fact that Game Tracker was like the biggest reason why his fucking DSP Reacts was existing and like doing well. Remember that whole thing? Like I remember because I was doing a RAF stream on Twitch, and I remember I was covering it, and it was like, you know what Sasha could tell you, right? Yeah, he was sacrificing the Crucible. But you remember when Sasha? You remember that stream? And Saru was there too. All right, Sasha and Saru, because I know Saru's awake. But you remember when we were doing that RAF segment? It was like early in the year. I think it was like in February. And he was like, he was basically threatening to get rid of the DSP Reacts because no one was liking it. Everybody was hating it. The content wasn't good. He didn't think it was worthwhile. It wasn't meaningful. It wasn't flavorful. All the other words and buzzwords that he wanted to use and shit. All of this shit. And now here we are. We're now complaining about how, once again, it is not flavorful, it is not robust, it is not meaningful, and somehow or another it's somebody else's fault other than his own. Like, what the fuck? I'm so mad at this right now. I really am. I don't know why he's doing this. I really don't. And he wasn't even getting money back then either. And now we're not getting money now, and is he gonna kill off DSP Reacts? Nobody even cares about DSP. It's like one of his worst shows, one of his worst attempts at rebranding the content. I hate this.
It is goodbyes on Saturday, so because of that, you know, that's something that
I want to rewind that. I want to listen to that in full. I'm not gonna do the gimmick.
A very slow support day. I love the Chrono Trigger stuff, the chill streams. I will say this. Today, good amount of new members gained on DSP Gaming, which is excellent. But overall, a very slow support day. And the thing is, there's a combination of factors. Number one, as you know, when we do react shows, typically the react shows don't do as well as my other streams. It's true. However, it really is the members that keep the react stuff making sense and profitable for me. And we got a good amount of members over on DSP Reacts. So overall, it's working out. It still works. Even though the streams end up being kind of slow, the memberships help a lot. So thanks to—
Imagine that's how you okay. The guy tells us every single time during the day segments, during the pre-stream, he's like, I don't do this for money. I do this for a hobby. If I make money out of this, that's great anyway. And that's pretty cool. And then he says this on the Daily Wrap. It's like, yeah, but you know, the only reason I keep it around is because of the memberships, and the membership, you know, it makes it profitable. And then I just have to think to myself, like, okay, but you told us that you do this because you love it and this is your passion. But then when you tell us that there's profit to be made, it's profitable. It's like, but then you make it about money, right? Like, why even say this? You know why he's saying this, because he wants to basically justify why this series should exist, which it shouldn't exist.
What's up, McBernstein?
Its own standard, because it is not a
black screen
series. It shouldn't exist.
Oh yeah, I don't know why the black screen was doing that, but
it's because he's double dipping. That's why
I don't want to. I wasn't scheduled to start for 5 more minutes, so we're gonna watch Anne until it's time to start.
For him to watch videos, and he can sit there and exist and just rake in the money until one day that channel might lose monetization. I don't know.
It's 5 minutes through the Daily Wrap right now.
Because then he couldn't get members. And then at that point,
God bless Ann, honestly. What would we do without him?
We can't do it because YouTube.
Listen to this nice level-headed take that is
a bunch of assholes
calming.
Don't like me doing new things.
Sucks right on the money.
But like
God bless Ann Lee.
Back during February, he was threatening to get rid of it because he was like, "What do you guys want? I don't know what you want. You don't
look at his face. I'm gonna do something toxic. You guys ready?
You guys gotta give me better suggestions." This is so lame. This is lame on all fronts. Because
check it out. Look at what he looks like, Flip. He looks like shit.
almost every single day.
He's
and
like,
it just shows him like, dude, if you didn't have him or 1 Minute Man, some of your streams are quite literally just boneyards. They're actually graveyards. Nobody comes by, nobody fucking supports, nobody watches this shit. And when they do, they don't give you the money for it. Oh my lord, I hate this.
big ups, and
reacts behind the scenes, but who knows how long that's going to go. You want to know a good tell for whether or not those private reacts are going to go behind the streams or the scenes? Remember, I'm almost positive, but Game Trekker was the one who was doing that, right?
What's up, Den of Pigs?
So
it's like his skin is literally sagging off his face. Yeah, there was a video of him
by like $100.
I saw it on Twitter where the whole like, or it'd be for you guys, it'd be this side of his face.
He's still making $342.
It was like wigging out, and it's like I was just blinking.
Hate or whatever the fuck he had up.
It was like he was in the middle of a stroke.
Now he took it down. That's kind of lame.
5 hours on a 30-second video. Yeah.
Picture of him from back when he was greasy. I mean, he's still greasy now, but back when he was extra greasy. The one artwork from a dude who probably doesn't even like him anymore. And then he has...
We gotta look up the... We're gonna go over the backstab by sidescollers video.
Extra funny when you really think about it. I know some people have probably mentioned it. I mention a lot. But I want you to really think about this for a second.
We have like 2 hours left in this video. And there is some juice. There is some serious juice.
Because now I'm gonna have a live audience to kind of bounce this off.
Let's see if Redemption Games is streaming. That'd be very positive as well.
For $5, you get to have access to a special you get a special title and access to a special section of DSP Gaming. The website
the Patreon members would be literally dead. Dude, Redemption Games has 81 followers.
And nobody goes on to post. All right?
81. We're almost to affiliate, you guys.
$10 gives you gets you all the.
Why don't we review some of
and a verbal thank you shout out during the ongoing Q&A series Ask the King, which takes place approximately every 2 months.
All right, sorry, Ann. I'm gonna stop restreaming Ann early. I'm gonna stop stealing his content earlier than I said I was going to. This is Redemption Games 2017, and these are his followers. Do you guys recognize any names on this list? Any names stick out here? Anybody? Help. Dude, I recognize like every name on this list. I recognize. Okay, maybe not. Grisbra, Jimmy Blanca, Vikes. Super Crazy's a mod. The actual moderator over there. Let's see. Immortal Witness. Peaches and Keem. Becomes Peaches and Keem. Poopy Poop Gaming USA. Love to see that. Dublanc. Hey, I recognize that one. I don't even think I'm on here because I never did it. There's Fraga. Rydrake. WWE Carl. Forgotten Lockhouse. Sunspot. Gallery. There's Len. Roachbait. Chat DSP. Like Chat GPT, only the gout version. Astro. Trian. Blooper World Order. Tekken Games. This is so good. There's actually all boyfriends on the follower list. I'll have to add my name to it because that is very funny. This is my sock though. This is my Twitch sock. I'm undercover. What's up, Snood? No, and I probably have the record for the most messages sent in his chat that are like follower messages. like Lefty has followed you. I have so many of those messages in his chat logs. And yet I never actually followed him because I kept on following, unfollow, follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow, follow, unfollow. So I thought it was funny. I wonder if he fixed that. I have my doubts. I have my doubts that got fixed. I have doubts like DSP has gout. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put DSP in the hot seat again. Do one of these. We're gonna shrink him in the corner. I'm gonna play this campaign of Into the Breach to its conclusion, And then I'm gonna go play Risk of Rain 2. NG drop items artifact, and I'm gonna see if I can have a late game run with that. That's the plan for tonight. Let's hear what DSP has to say. This is backstabbed by sidescollers. Let's end this here. And this is when he was actually done with it. And we just got done berating Craig and Adam because they asked him about the $5,000 of business expenses, and he kept on asking, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" He just kept going in like that. And eventually he meandered hard enough. They changed the subject. He got away with one. He slid out from underneath the jaws of death, if you will. And now we are berating them because they never actually asked the question about $5,000 in business expenses. Like, what are you talking about? They never explained because he asked, "What are you talking about?" like 50 times. And he did a bunch. So we're going to rewind a little bit just to get some context here. I'm going to go back to about the 42-minute mark so we can get 10 minutes of overlap-ish. And I'll probably watch this through to the end. And then if I still feel like streaming, we'll do that. Otherwise, send you degenerates to bed. So that's the plan for tonight. I gotta make sure this is on. Hey, Mr. Voice Channel person. That's literally toxic. Nailed it. Into the breaches based. Yeah, it is. So let's get right into it. Let's listen to what the pig roach has to say.
The bank stuff, it doesn't make sense. There's too much evidence saying it's yours, and your only evidence is you saying it's not. I'm going to address that in a second. I feel like we gave you multiple opportunities to turn this around, but you seem so dug in, even in the face of insanely detailed evidence. You wouldn't take it. Even with Keemstar coming on, I tried to lay out similarities you feel towards him and the way people feel about you based on things they've seen online, and it was tough. Like, that's not even a point. It has nothing to do with anything, having Keemstar on the show. It has nothing to do with any point at all. Honestly, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, idiot.
Like I said, we want what's best for you. We very much do. You have to help yourself. When you're ready to take that step, I'll gladly help you on your journey. You deserve to get to level 2. I know you can do it.
I love that.
What does that sound like to you? Does that sound like a neutral party?
It sounds like you getting disrespected.
That he went into it with 100% preconceived notions of what the truth was, based on talking to detractors for 2 weeks.
Shout out.
Right? I will give you.
That's not even English. Huh?
I will give you
Exactly. I agree with you.
I want to be fair.
Oh my fucking god.
After about a week of him directly talking to the detractors only, he emailed me once and he said, "What would you like to see?" Or excuse me, let me try that. Try that again. I misspoke. What would you like me to see? Right? He says, "What would you like me to see before your interview?" And I sent him my react to my Down the Rabbit
I gotta do.
All right, from last year, which really covers my days of Street Fighter, my early days as a YouTuber, all the way to 2017. Covers it all. And I reacted to all of it. And I essentially said, listen, I'm sorry for a lot of the wrong things I did. I admit that they were wrong. Here's some real bad misconceptions about a lot of them. Okay? So I sent him that video because I wanted to basically give him an idea of how there's been a ridiculous amount of misconceptions about me on the internet. And when I address them fairly, you see how they kind of, at least make sense. Not to say that I'm infallible. I may make a lot of mistakes. But at the same time, I'm changing for the better. Which they laughed at during the show yesterday, by the way. Oh, you're changing.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember that.
Evolution.
They laughed at the idea of him changing because it's never going to happen.
It's a constant struggle.
It's actually just never going to happen.
What? For the better.
You can change for the better.
That's a different thing. They laughed at me when I actually admitted, like Adam was laughing about change and everything. Ha ha ha. Right?
Yeah, about you changing. That is funny. That is very funny. He did learn at least that much.
What I had to him was, man, I'm glad you guys made a lot of money, and I would like to actually send you the evidence of my innocence, but I need to know how often you check the email, because, I want to be sure that you're going to get it and delete it right away. Did you hear a response to that anywhere in his email? Did he even mention it? No.
Exactly,
You wanna know why? Because he already believes that I'm guilty.
Yeah.
He went
Fucking
into it
assholes.
believing I was guilty.
What an
100%.
asshole. 100%.
Had a preconceived.
He had a preconceived note. Yep. Fucking asshole.
Some of them who he likes, because I hate to tell you this, I really feel like he loves, he absolutely loves, like, It's a Gundam, right? He
Yeah,
loves
Gundam's funny.
He laughs at It's a Gundam. He thinks it's funny.
Gundam is funny.
Mentioning It's a Gundam, all right, on his shows.
Shout out, It's a Gundam, by the way.
Of Dark Side Film. So it's obvious he watches his content and shit, right? He loves this guy. Why do you think that of all the detractors, what's the first clip that they played in the interview and then they ran out of time? It's a Gundam. He's a fanboy of it, right?
Yeah, he's fucking
anyway,
fanboy, man.
He's been talking with these guys for weeks.
Disgusting fanboy.
And all he's listened to is them. I got an honest question for Craig and the side scrollers. How many of my fans have you talked to?
Oh yeah, I remember this.
How
All
many
right,
people
we're
who watch my content on a daily basis? How many people who like my content? Who would actually tell you why they tune into my content?
there we got this.
Wouldn't it have been fascinating to maybe talk to someone and say, hey, why do you like Phil despite all the hate against him? Why do you believe the hate? What do you think? Right? Did they do any of that? No, they talked to every detractor. They literally talked to
shut up.
people who benefit the absolute 100% most from me being the villain. And that's all they talked to. Right? There was no evidence they ever went out and actually gave me a fair shake. At all.
Yeah, that's a good. That's good, Snood. None of those people even exist.
Phil, what would you like to watch? What would you like us to watch? Watch the Down the Rabbit Hole. That's it.
Yeah, they did though. They did watch down the rabbit hole.
Information from over here, 1% information from over here. Ask me questions. I told you I can't show you the stuff, right? I'm not going to show you my bank statements or whatever. And a lot of the questions they asked me, I'm going to be honest, were completely unprofessional because they weren't prepared for the questions. Can I give you an
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Soy voice,
yeah. And you say, Phil, tell us about the $5,000 of business.
$5,000. Tell us about those. Yeah, what? What are you talking about?
You know, the ones that everyone knows about. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Are you talking about from my bankruptcy? Oh, yeah, is that what it is? He's like, turn to Adam, is that what it is?
Yeah, he had a moment where he didn't know 100% lore. His lore knowledge, Craig's lore knowledge was not 100% bulletproof. 100%. And so DSP spamming gout, if you will, spamming gout into the whole thing. Every idea had just massive. Well, like, are you sure? I don't know. And he just kept on playing dumb, and putting the impetus on them to answer for everything, and their lore knowledge was not up to par. So that's why they were like, well, wait, was that the bankruptcy or the mortgage or because they didn't know, because their lore knowledge was not bulletproof because they'd only been studying it for a couple of weeks. What we really needed is somebody like, I don't know, just somebody that's more familiar with the lore. Somebody like Meerkat. Or, I don't know, even like me. Not saying I deserve to be there, but that would have been a moment for me to go, whoa, I know exactly what it's talking about. On your bankruptcy forms, we have the forms here. You can pull them up. What is this? It has your signature at the bottom. You endorse this. So, this is where DSP successfully weaseled out of it because Craig and Adam's lore knowledge was not bulletproof, and they paid the price for it.
The question. Yes, it's from the bankruptcy. Well, from what in the bankruptcy?
Yeah, from what?
Is this something that's listed from my tax return? Is this something that's listed on a generic form that was filled out, that was read off by the judge during the bankruptcy hearing? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. No idea what you're talking about.
$5,000 a month of business expenses. I don't know. I never saw that. I don't even know what you're talking about. When I went into a bankruptcy proceeding,
I love it.
I went in. Okay. And what did I do? I gave them all the information they needed. My bankruptcy attorney filled it all out properly with all the data.
Yep.
We went in, it was presented to the bankruptcy people, right? Yes, that was, I guess, a public-facing forum.
Yeah, he's like, I guess, I don't know. And what I did this segment before, but I had so much fun doing it the last time because this is overlap. I've already been over this. So what he did is his bankruptcy attorney's like, okay, does this look good? And he's like, oh, no, don't show me it. Just like guide my hand where you want me to sign. And then, okay, I signed it. Is it out of the room? Just take it out of the room. Is it out of the room? Okay, it's gone. Okay, perfect. Because he's like, what? It was apparently, I guess, it was on some sort of form that I submitted, that my lawyer filled out and submitted for my bankruptcy. This is a TLDR of this is my signature is worthless. That's what this means. Even to him, his own goddamn signature is worthless. This is toxified. Yeah, we're gonna lose that. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna lose 1 HP here, and then a building there. Unlucky. Here, let's
This is something about $5,000 in business expenses. Ladies and gentlemen,
he's just playing dumb. Never ever.
$5,000 on just video games in one.
And then again, it's not just video games.
I'm not a bankruptcy.
I don't know. I got an attorney.
Judge who stamped my bankruptcy.
Yeah, it was just a rubber stamp, dude.
It's not my job to know that, where that number came from.
I didn't rubber stamp my bankruptcy. What the fuck?
Every month.
Well, then you committed bankruptcy fraud, and now you're on record for it. So nice job, asshole.
100% kosher, according to the bankruptcy judge.
Well, thank you, Bill Brasky.
Because the trolls were harassing everyone involved.
What's he literally saying, Snoot? I mean, I know what he's saying, but I want you to type it out.
And I had to do, just listen to this. Hours.
I didn't say literally.
Hours of work. Explaining away
fuck off.
all the transactions that I did related to my business.
I explained it away. I used so many words, you guys. You guys have no idea how many words it took me for the judge to be convinced that I wasn't lying.
We're basically contacting the bankruptcy judge and saying, Phil's a liar, Phil's a fraud, all this.
You are both of those things.
It was one of the most complicated bankruptcies probably they've ever done. All right, certainly was the only one where someone ever called in and impersonated one of my debtors. All right.
That was so fucking godlike. Wait,
But the point is, you got me in the interview. The question is, explain the $5,000. Okay, what $5,000? They never even got it.
Yeah, it's on the judge to pick up when I'm bullshitting, and not on the impetus is not on me to tell the truth. The impetus is on you to call me out on my bullshit. And for me to go, what are you talking about? And then go, well, I don't know. In reality, the truth of the matter is the whatever meander, it's circumstantial. Well, you see here, in reality, blah, 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 blah. And then it goes like this until you just fucking lose interest. And then you're like, you know what? I don't even fucking care anymore. Just take $5 grand. Perfect. Yeah, whatever. And with boomers, they might not actually know because microtransactions, you know what? Fuck this. We're just going to keep going. We'll be here all goddamn night.
That's a stupid question.
Yeah, that's a stupid question. They're stupid.
I'm going to have the answers to this question. But to them, that's a valid question. So
it is. It is absolutely a valid question.
Again, the bank statements. The thing is with these bank statements.
Now, here's the thing with the bank statements. Right? Okay?
I talked about it today on my show.
Sound good?
I'll talk about it again. You can say there's all this circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, there's a lot of evidence. Correct.
Circumstantial evidence that it's not mine.
Yeah. Like by the way, when I go to Renton next,
crazy big transactions for pets. I have one cat.
When I go to, I'll be in Seattle at the end of this month / the beginning of next month.
One cat. How am I spending $100 a week on pet supplies? What am I?
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna go visit my folks, and while I'm there,
right?
While I'm there,
to prove my innocence as the things that prove my guilt.
I'm going to
and they had they didn't understand what I was saying.
Visit the Petco.
Those mobile apparently
and show how
they're saying here's a bank account.
You're able to launder money
It's showing
from
the
the
coming out of iTunes, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, I fucked this up, didn't I? And
right, and like the accusation.
And I'm gonna dox the fuck out of the Petco.
Every day I make a bunch of money on my streams. People tip me, and that money goes into my PayPal account, and then immediately I go and I spend it all on mobile games. Well, if I did that, it would be coming.
I'm gonna dox the ever-loving fuck out of his Petco. Swatch.
On money I made today on stream coming out of my bank account. My money doesn't go there. Think about how dumb it would be if I'm making all this money, it's going to my PayPal. Then I transfer the money from my PayPal to the bank account.
Yeah, it'd be pretty stupid, actually.
Out of the bank account, I'm losing money. When you transfer money from your PayPal to a bank account, there's all these fees involved. Why would I even do that? If that were, you know, it doesn't make any sense. What they're saying. It's.
And I'm gonna go in, and there's two actually. There's two places I'm gonna go. Because I live like right there. My parents do at least, and I grew up like right there. Not like right there, but DSP's house is like 20 minutes away from where my parents live ish. So it's like it wouldn't even be. I would like go get a workout in, and on my way home I'm gonna go. Let's see. It's like where is it? Wait, I'm toxic. That's wrong side. I don't. Okay. I think it's Petco Renton, right? Yeah, so that's trying to think of where this is just because it's been a minute. There's the Les Schwab. It's on 3rd Street. Man, I don't actually know. I don't think I've been there. But I do know where the... Let's see, Renton. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually been to that specific place. But I do know where the Petco in Covington is, which is really close to Curls and Twirls. It's right across Kangley. Into the PetSmart or whatever in Covington. It's the same deal. It's like a turn, like a little carousel with gift cards on it, and that's what he was doing. And I'm gonna dox the fuck out of him next time I'm there. Anyway,
everything that they say that's circumstantial, correct?
And this is, by the way, none of the circumstantial evidence that proves his innocence is even remotely circumstantial or worth. I'm not sure what the word is. Worth even entertaining, because it's so unbelievably like this is not how it works at all. But whatever.
Right? Can also be countered circumstantially.
No,
because the truth is
the evidence is both conclusive. The evidence for this guy's guilt is conclusive, and the evidence for his innocence is non-existent.
When Craig wrote this email and he says we have all this evidence, there's no evidence. There is circumstantial evidence. There is no evidence without a shadow of a doubt of anything these people have said about me whatsoever. None.
There's no evidence. If you ignore all the evidence, that nails this fucking pig to a wall and then roasts him alive over a open flame. If you ignore all that, there's no evidence. It doesn't exist, you guys. The bank leaks aren't mine.
It's not provable because it's not true.
It doesn't need to be provable, dude. Yeah, we can't prove it beyond any shadow of a doubt, because there could be somebody with the exact same expenses as this guy that goes to the exact same stores on the exact same days, on the exact same time, at the exact same time, and does exactly what we know he does. Could be somebody that does that. Could be. That's what he's going. It's very low, and no, there actually isn't somebody that does that, but there could be. Think about it.
So
yeah, what are the circumstances?
We're sadly.
Yeah, and that's why proof in court, like if you want to prove something in court, it's beyond a reasonable doubt, not beyond any shadow of a doubt. It's 2 standards of proof, and that's why the legal system is reasonable doubt. And yeah, some shit slips through the cracks, but we get most of them.
The entire thing falls apart. All right.
Yeah, the entire thing falls apart. By the way,
yesterday, they were interviewing me from the perspective of I'm already guilty.
You are.
They already believe it. And all
Well, they
want
didn't,
to
but
do
they
is give
had
me
every
a
right to.
question where I'm finally either going to reveal something that I didn't intend to and show that I'm guilty, or else I'm just going to confess. Adam was even saying it multiple times during the show to Craig. He says, Craig, it sounds like you're trying to get him to confess. And that's actually not right. Because he was. He wanted me to you could tell from where the interview was going by the end. Did you notice? Did you really notice that during the interview, they were only harping on the 100% questions, right? That could not essentially really be like debunked without exposing myself. Correct? There's easily multiple questions that could have been asked. None of those were asked. It was
Like
all the ones that the detractors.
I gotta go take a leak. I'm just gonna let him talk.
Have harped on because all they've done is talk to my detractors for 2 weeks. That was not a fair and balanced interview that was well researched. That was an interview that was all the tough questions right up front. Then get Keemstar in here, which tell me what that did absolutely nothing except gave them a popularity boost to have a big YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? All this is just bullshit. You have it up to a certain level, and it's like I gave them the benefit of the doubt that this was them being objective. They were not. By the time that I got on their interview yesterday, they were 100% sold that I was guilty. And this was a phishing interview to try to get me with a gotcha thing. Or, got him right there. There's the evidence. Now you're guilty. Now he'll admit it publicly on our show and we'll blow up. Or to just get me to admit that I was doing it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Dave, when you're, first of all, what's up, Kylo? First of all, when you are guilty of everything, of course it's going to feel like that, because there's 1,000 things you're guilty of that you're lying about. So of course it's going to feel like, oh, they're out to get me. Yeah, because you're fucking guilty of everything, and it's very obvious. So what are they supposed to do? And this is my follow-up question, which is like, what are you expecting? Are you expecting them to just throw softballs at you? Why didn't they ask me what my favorite ice cream is? Because it sounds like you're hiding your guilt. Yeah, exactly. You all right there, Kylo?
It's not true. And I'm not going to admit something that's not true. There's a lot of things that I've done wrong in my life. A lot.
And this is one of them.
Admit things I haven't done. It doesn't matter how much circumstantial evidence there is. This would never, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever. Sound good.
Anywhere legally at all, because it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all circumstantial nonsense. Okay?
All nonsense. I agree with that.
This email I got from Craig, literally word for word. Is
I gotta
Okay. And
kill my own guy.
That's why he even says, he even say, oh yeah, send me the evidence. He doesn't want it.
Yeah, he
doesn't want the evidence. You know.
I'm just happy you're having a good time, man.
Proven, right? That's absolutely ridiculous. That he's supposed to be a neutral party, and he just doesn't care. He doesn't want the evidence.
Yeah, man. You wanna stop spamming, please? Might hit you with the lean-in manual 5-minute prison sentence.
And my response was, well, I'm broadcasting tonight on DSP Reacts. I'm directly reacting to this. Watch if you like. I figured you'd at least want to know what I have to say about it. And he says, okay, buddy, hope it's wildly successful. And I said, I appreciate that, but I'd just rather be playing games or chilling with my audience than wasting time on this. But now my hands are tied. I got to do something, right? I have to address it. Twitchy says, oh, just play games then. As Adam said yesterday, you do you and fuck everyone else. Good luck. Yes, because you would like that.
No, this is not.
Because you would actually like.
This is not taking L's, unfortunately.
Not say anything and just take the punches, and you completely benefit.
Do you want to express yourself in chat by spamming?
You like everyone to think, right, that you were the big innocent guy. You did the great job. The pat on the back.
I will ask you to stop, and if you don't, then you'll get banned.
You went into it in the completely wrong fashion. You listened to the wrong people for 2 weeks, and I answered every question. Give you 5.5 hours.
I answered every question. 5.5 hours of my extremely valuable time.
And I'm not insulting it.
My time is extremely valuable.
Right mind would have done a 5.5 hour interview for you, and you went.
Who would have done it for you?
in the wrong manner. I thought I was being interviewed fairly. So your actions directly today on your show and in this email prove you never did. You never had an intention of giving me a fair shake. A professional would have said the interview's done. Maybe we do a 5-10 minute decompress session today about it. We move on. We do our Mario Kart, whatever. Maybe we'll have Phil back in the future for more. Now, keep riding the money gravy train that we just got from all the detractors. That's literally what he's done.
Hold up. I gotta go back. I apologize. I gotta go back and hear that again because my brain just short-circuited trying to make sense of it.
In the wrong manner. I thought I was being interviewed fairly. Your actions directly today.
Yeah, Den of Pigs. That's what he wanted. And that's one of the things I critically overlooked during this whole thing was I underestimated how badly DSP wanted to become one of the cool kids. I didn't see that angle, but that's what he wanted. He wanted to get past all this bullshit so he could be a recurring guest on the show and they could ask him, hey, what do you think about Cheers the Kingdom? And then he can give him a 20-minute pre-stream. Because, I don't know, maybe there's some subconscious part of his brain that misses having friends, that misses having interactions or whatever. But this is why he doesn't have any fucking friends. I just missed that angle. When I was looking at it, I was blind, I guess. He was trying to do it with detractors. Yeah, be honest. Would he be better than... Yeah. Dude. Well, okay, guy with two names. Yeah. DSP would be infinitely better than Travis for all the wrong reasons. I mean, it would undermine their show because they want to be taken seriously. And that's why DSP is interested. But it would become the DSP show where you just tune in to hear what dumb shit DSP is saying. So he would be a better guest or host than Travis for that reason, because there would be a fuck ton of eyes on him every time they went live, but it wouldn't be what he wants it to be. How can we have a subconscious if he doesn't have a surface? You got me there. You got me there, Den of Pigs. Anyway. Yeah, I gotta hear this sentence again. I'm sorry. I got derailed mentally.
Hey, on your show and in this email prove you never did. You never had an intention of giving me a fair shake. A professional would have said the interview's done. Maybe we do a 5-10 minute decompress session today about it. We move on. We do our Mario Kart, whatever. Maybe we'll have Phil back in the future for more. Now, keep riding the money gravy train that we just got from all the detractors. That's literally what he's done.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Shut up.
What was I talking about yesterday? I was talking about something I like to call on the internet called a misery broker. It's someone who literally on
big ups Misery Merchant.
Day, they have a good day. They make money.
The token gout man.
Other people's misery. You have literally turned the Sidescollers podcast, which used to be the show that was supposed to be
Snoop, big ups.
Gaming and entertainment podcast.
I think gay is different than gay for Rambo. Because I don't think DSP is gay, but I do think he's gay for Rambo.
You failed.
Wait. Dude, I had to rewind and go all the way back just to listen to what this stupid segment was about, and I don't remember. So we're going to try this a third time, and I'm going to listen. You guys ready?
And in this email, prove you never did. You never had an intention
What's up, Eisenhorn?
Of giving me a fair shake. A professional would have said the interview's done. Maybe we do a 5-10 minute decompress session today about it. We move on. We do our Mario Kart, whatever. Maybe we'll have Phil back in the future for more. Now,
there you go.
Keep riding the money gravy train that we just got from all the detractors. That's literally what he's done.
Okay,
just
that's disgusting. Okay, you know what's really funny about this is he just does not understand the concept of striking while the iron is hot. If you have the tiger by the tail, you hold on tight and you just hope you can cling onto it long enough, and hopefully the tiger is going to take you somewhere really fast. Like, I'll give you an example. The first stream I did on Taking L's. Logan and I were prepared to stream to nobody for 6 months without anybody watching. And like, that's a reasonable expectation because both of us have streamed before. And we both streamed to nobody for a long time before anyone gave a shit enough to pay attention. Our first stream on Taking L's, at one point, had double-digit viewers. which we were like, holy shit, what is this? A first stream on a new channel, 10 viewers? We were like going nuts. Well, at least I was going nuts. I was trying to like keep it calm, but I was like, we have the tiger firmly by the tail. What do we do now? And the answer was, we stream more. We stream instead of once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Let's do as many streams as we can. And that's why I started streaming by myself there, is because I'm like, dude, I can't wait around for Logan to like get time off work. I gotta do something about this, because there's a lot of eyes on our channel, way more than what we expected. And so I struck while the iron was hot, and I think it's at least paid off, because there's a lot of people that watch that channel now. Because we struck while the iron was hot. We fucking held on for dear life on that tiger's tail, and it really sought to benefit us. Like career progression. If you see an opportunity for a promotion, you take it, or there's some like, I don't fucking know, man. This is the guy. So that's like what I do. If I get the tiger by the tail, I just like try and climb up it and try and ride it and see how long I can hang on until it eventually flings me off into some other part of the internet or universe or whatever. This guy had the tiger by the tail with the Homefront Revolution video. And what did he do? What did he do after the Homefront Revolution video got 1 million views? What did he do? You guys remember? He took a vacation. He just left. He's like, oh yeah, the views will be there when I get back. Dude, if that was me, I would have been like, fuck the vacation. I'm gonna make a video identical to this. It's gonna be out tomorrow night on some other game. And then the next day, I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm gonna do it again. Right? I feel like that's what most people, and if you don't think like that, if your brain is not wired to think like that, I would recommend that you rewire it to think like that. Because that's how you find success. Like, well, I'm not going to talk too much about my personal self, but like a lot of the professional success I've found is because I had the tiger completely by the tail. And I was like, you know, I'm not letting this fucking thing go. I'm going to hammer this iron as hard as I possibly can. Even though I feel like I'm underqualified or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter. I'm swinging as hard as I possibly can. And it's worked out. Sometimes it didn't work out, but it worked out more times than not. And so what he's saying is that Sidescollers, all of a sudden, a brand new channel had what, like 1,300 viewers, 1,700-ish? It was quadruple digits on the interview. And a fuck ton of people were throwing money at him. Not saying, we're not going to speak on that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong to do that, but they had the tiger by the tail. So what did they do? Well, let's do another DSP stream. Fuck Mario Kart. Let's do DSP. And it worked out for him. Now it's getting a little cringe now because the tiger flung him off. Their DSP shit should be done. They should have just left. And I guess DSP is right when he talks about now how they're clout chasing him, trying to get it back on the gravy train. Yeah, he's kind of right about that, but he can't just take the W because it's him. But man, if I were them, I'd be like, fuck Mario Kart. We're not playing Mario Kart today. We are going to talk about DSP, and we're going to continue to farm anybody that's willing to throw money at us to talk about it. Because if you got 2,000 viewers, 1,000 viewers, the chat moves so goddamn fast you can't read anything. So you have to filter it down to super chats only. So if anybody wants to say something, they got a super chat, and there are plenty of people that are willing to pay money to get their fucking point across. And that's how much people don't like this guy. Because people will pay money to tell you exactly why they don't like him. Got double digits. Oh, really? Oh, shout out. Yeah, shout out everybody in chat. Double digits. It's very hype. It's very hype. I'm glad you guys find my solo shit entertaining. Have to quit in the middle of the fight with the tiger, but at the point where you're winning, so you win. Yes, if you quit halfway through, then you're good. You win. Vacation sounds like straight white male privilege to me. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Those fucking 28 day work months where I was gone 28 days out of the month working to try and build my resume so that I get taken seriously by a better company to hire me. Yeah, those that was very privileged. You're like personal, like I stole a helicopter. That was my the actual tail of the tiger was the controls of the helicopter. Oh man. Oh my god, a part 2. Monetizing the haters works. One black commissar artist coin. I don't know. I'm not familiar with comic books. What's up, Monokuma? This isn't Lunar. Dude, if I'm doing a Lunar stream, it's gonna be only Lunar. I'm not gonna have this fucker contaminating Lunar. You can't take something perfect like that and commit sacrilege by putting this pig roach's fucking face on it. I'm thinking about a Lunar stream as a formal protest because Piece of Peace refuses to play it. And my formal protest will be just to play Lunar. He'll never see it coming. Putting in efforts against the Union Worlds. Okay. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, the side-scrollers are toxified because they found their niche and they try to exploit it.
What was I talking about yesterday? I was talking about something I like to call on the internet. It's called a misery broker. It's
Shout out, misery merchant.
When someone has a bad day, they have a good day. They make money off of talking about other people's misery. You have literally turned the Side Scrollers podcast, which used to be the show that was supposed to be the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth, and you turned it into the Dark Side Phil shit show, where you profit from.
Shout out, Dark Side Phil's shit show.
Fail.
That's my favorite shit show.
Your own show. Wow, amazing. Because now, right now, what you've got temporary popularity based on the negativity being thrown towards me. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. You're making a lot of money, that's for sure. Congratulations, right? I certainly haven't seen any benefit like that from this, nor was that my intention. But it sure seems that way when you're doing an entire show today and you're still rolling into the gravy train, right? So, you know.
Pick up's gravy train.
Hey, you be you. And again, with the hilarious
you be you. But also, you guys are fucking embarrassing.
You want to get me to level 2? You want me to be like you? You want me to stoop to your level? So you want me?
Yeah, that was clearly a meme, Snood. It was clearly a meme.
Shitting on them for profit. That's what you want me to do. You want me to be like you? I will never be like you. That's not me. I've never done that, and I never will.
Wait, never done what?
Shit, right?
Wait, whoa. I don't know what he's talking about. All I know is that what he just said isn't true. Let's hear that again.
You want me to have someone on a show, interview them, and the next day do an entire show shitting on them for profit. That's what you want me to do.
It's pretty much what you're doing right now. Is this not what he's doing right now? I'm just asking. To monetize the Wings haters? Yeah. Yeah, and he would have monetized LTGs? Yeah. Mods. Crush the skull.
You want me to be like you? I will never be like you. That's not me. I've never done that, and I never will. I don't make that shit, right? I don't. I'm not Keemstar. I'm not gonna. I don't. Again, why?
Yeah, that much is obvious.
Yesterday, pretty obvious, right? You wish you could be him. Why else do you think he's on the show? That guy is fucking reprehensible. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows.
I don't know it. I don't know why.
Far more people that he's ever helped, and any moment that he pretends like he's doing something to help someone, look how he's doing it. Oh, I'm helping Wings and Boogie by paying them money to beat each other up in a boxing match. That's
yeah.
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind, right?
You want to be like that.
Correct.
That's who you want to be. You're telling me that's how you need to be successful. That's how the internet works. No. That's how this low level of internet works. And the thing is,
Aren't you on level 1? Are you calling the kettle black right now, Mr. Level 1 podcast, talking about the low level of the internet as though you don't exist there and only there? Your podcast is literally called the Level 1 podcast, sir.
Monstrous amount of people who are successful doing really immoral, underhanded things on the internet. Okay, tons. And what you essentially are telling me is that's what
we're calling the kettle black now.
Want to be. Well, go ahead and you can be that. Leave me the fuck out of it. I want nothing to do with being that. I never do. I just want to play games, talk to my audience, have a good time.
I want to just play games, chill, interact, and have fun. Chill and meaningful.
Meaningful content for my show.
Meaningful.
Well, you know, when people tell
Well,
me
you know, when
that
people give me
they
money.
came to my
Sound good?
show, they actually felt relaxed.
They
Sometimes
felt
they
something
had
when they
bad
came to my
times.
show. Well, I also feel something when I come to your show, Dave.
To them, that didn't even click that I said that.
Calling the cat. That's toxic,
You know,
Buttercup.
like I didn't shit on
But I agree
someone
with
for 4 hours
Oh
and
my
make them look like
god.
a villain on the internet, and then I made a bunch of money
Hey,
doing
big
it.
ups the
I
villain,
don't
by the
care about
way.
hurting people, like apparently you did today.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Artillery
What else
piece
can
is
I
gonna
say?
die.
It's a vile business being on YouTube. And what's hilarious is
I'm
something
dead.
that
Oh my god, I'm dead either way.
Adam kept saying yesterday.
What did Adam keep
Right?
saying? Right? No, guys.
Something that Adam kept saying yesterday that was very, 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 very interesting. He kept saying, "Dude,
It's
it's
very,
the internet,
very,
it's not
very
real, it's not
interesting,
real,
by
it's
the
the
way.
internet."
No, 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 no,
The
no,
internet's
no,
my
no,
life.
no.
The internet is my life, dude. Like, this is my job. 6 days a week, full time. I'm in this office. This is it. This is, you know, how I make my living.
That was his
It's
point.
all jokes because you don't make your living on the internet. I do.
Option 3. Hey, I understood that reference. Big ups the Crucible,
shouldn't
by
be
the way.
like that. The internet shouldn't be people just shitting on each other for profit. How do you not
Well, it
understand
kind of
that we
is.
aspire to be better? That
Well,
we
it
aspire
kind
to
of
do
is,
something
my
good,
guy.
something better
I'm
than
sorry to
what's
say.
on
I'm
the
sorry to break
We
this
don't
news
want
to
any
you.
shit show on the internet.
But
right?
I
I
do.
went on your
I
show.
do.
And I decided I'm gonna actually grow and reach out and do things.
I want an endless shit show.
To shit on me for
That shit's funny.
Like, do you see the
Oh,
discrepancy
fuck.
there, the difference?
Ah, I
Like,
fucked
you-
up. I didn't see those buildings there.
You went the opposite direction.
Okay,
for
by the
profits.
way, this is like what he was trying to. This is what he was trying to get DSP to understand. The internet is not a real place. It doesn't exist. And the idea of being here 6 days a week and just doing this, whatever this is, sitting on your ass, no physical activity, with no contact with the outside world to speak of. It's not healthy. He really, really tried to get DSP to understand this. Really tried. And, well, I don't think he got through because here we are. God damn it. I'm getting mentally derailed here. You're right, Den of Pigs. You got me on a technicality, my guy.
But it's fine because I can't make anyone be a better person. I can't make anyone, you know, have a moral compass. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, moral
All right?
compass. We're gonna grandstand about a moral
I'll
compass.
end it like this, and then if you
Scammer.
want some reacting-
An actual scammer is unironically grandstanding about a moral compass.
The show here.
Wait. We got one last thing we need to say before we end the show here, and it's an hour. We still have an hour and a half remaining of this actual like drama video, and then we're gonna react to. We're gonna react to what they had to say.
Have a moral compass. Sorry, I can't. All right. The whole funny part, and I'll end it like this, and then if you want, we'll do some reacting to actually the show here.
Then we react. You guys love reacting. Reacting is
Did
my
anyone,
favorite.
Literally, did anyone
Literally.
on that show go into it with an actual thought in their mind that I was innocent? That's the question. Because if they did, I feel
it
like it
doesn't
would have
matter.
went a lot differently.
Doesn't matter.
I do. I feel like if you actually went into it saying, "Hey,
Hey,
Phil was innocent or could be innocent,"
he
right?
was and also could be innocent. Okay, sounds good.
Never that wasn't the intention.
Okay.
You could tell that. You could tell that because I already had
It's 'cause
said
you're lying.
I wasn't going to say much or anything new, right? At all. I wasn't.
Is it because
It was
you're
just gonna
lying?
be stuff that I've already talked about and reiterated because I don't have anything new to say because I'm innocent, but I can't expose myself. And then when I finally tell
Yeah,
them, all right,
I
I'll
can't
do
expose
it, I'll
myself,
do it.
dude. I'm already on a list.
Oh, I don't want it anymore. Oh, okay. So you didn't care to begin with. I mean, let's be honest. You didn't care to begin with. Right?
I was working. Okay, this is kind of like new to me because right after the interview ended, I had to just click no. I had to click end stream and then I just left. I left for work. So I caught up on some of this, but I don't remember any of this. And I was honestly so emotionally exhausted after this that I just didn't give a shit.
No integrity.
Oh, wait, this was the next day. Sorry. This was 2 days later, March 18th. I was working during this. I couldn't keep up with all the drama. I was already emotionally exhausted anyway.
Huskers fan, you're already banned from DSP Gaming. Now you're banned from here. Congratulations. Real win.
Nice positive banning
Anyway.
segment. All right, I think this campaign
So,
might be over,
I think
unfortunately.
It
I don't
is
see a
time
way I
we'll
can
do a
win.
little bit of reacting. I'm not going to do this all night. We'll skim through because
A little bit of reacting.
Their show's like, hour and a half. Excuse me, 2.5 hours. I don't have 2.5 hours. I got like an hour.
I don't have 2.5
So
hours,
we'll skim
guys.
through it. We'll watch
Nothing
a
I
little
can
bit of
do.
it, react a little bit to it.
We'll watch a little bit, we'll react a little bit, we'll chill a little bit, and we'll also interact a little bit.
Yep, there's one.
Yep, there's one.
No.
Goodbye.
There's another.
Oh my god. And you're also banned? Dude, I'm also banned. Either way, this guy's dead. Yeah, this fucking thing's over. This is actually just over.
$5. He says it took balls for you to go on that podcast and answer their questions, even stayed on when Keem came on. He says what Craig and everyone did today is scummy and underhanded. It shows they can't be trusted. I would recommend staying away from them, but it's your call. Thank you, Alex, for the tip. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Cuck Boy, for the tip.
There might be trolls. Let me take a look quick.
There might be trolls here, guys.
And?
Oh yeah, this shit's over. This is fucking over.
Just saying. All right. Just tipped me $1.
I have to abandon this timeline.
Yesterday, it kind of felt like it was kind of a backstabbing or not fair. I don't think the interview was because
wait, what?
It seemed like it was neutral, but now we know it's not. I mean,
we made it seem like it was neutral, but now we know it isn't.
No,
okay, okay.
Like it literally says that in the interview. There's so much evidence. Well, you saw the evidence, which it's not. It's circumstantial evidence. It's not factual proof. It's circumstantial evidence.
It's not factual proof. Big up's factual proof, by the way.
You didn't see evidence after the interview.
All right, we gotta just hope and pray it resists. If it doesn't,
it's scummy.
Oh, I didn't even see these guys. It's actually over. No.
I'm actually a long-time detractor, but no. Has let me sick to my stomach. To use your trust, backstab you, use you for profit, and they'll keep milking DSP drama for money now while pretending that they wanted to help. Yeah, just like Keem. Keem just wants to help everyone. Yeah, he really wants to help everyone by basically embarrassing them and making them look the worst possible way, but he pays them to do it. Like, that's okay, right? No, it's not. Absolutely not. Okay. Anyway. I guess we'll do a little bit of reacting. Like I said, got about an hour here.
Let's do a little bit of reacting, guys. This is my favorite. You guys love when I react. No, guys.
So we're gonna skip the intro. I'll fast forward like a couple minutes because they probably do an intro here, right? It's time. I hear nothing. That's not good. Why do I not hear anything?
Okay, I'm not even gonna put him up on the screen because.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's been breakdown time. Wild debater.
There it is. It was muted for some reason. Okay,
it was muted. I did nothing wrong.
Let's get everyone on the show. Blah, 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 blah. All
right, I'm gonna let him talk. In fact, I'm gonna take the
Backstabbed Monday guys, and Darth Call, Quarter Black Garrett, Flawedzilla, Andreas Exer.
All right, so it doesn't do with anything.
He's just fast forwarding. Hang on, I'm gonna do this.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the show.
Well, I'm covering Adam's face, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do about it. I'm covering one of the.
Well, I appreciate that, TJ, and I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Oh, I'm doing well, man.
Jason came in as a member for 5 months. Says also, if you're on the Patreon, make sure to fill out the survey for the side scrollers.
Dude, I have it turned up all the way and boosted, and we're skipping.
Thanks again for the interview yesterday. Definitely a new fan in me. Let's go, Rise.
Oh, Rise FM. Yeah, he's a troll. I recognize the name.
One day at a time, baby.
Shout out Rise FM. I don't know who that is.
Props to you guys, Adam and Craig, for the interview yesterday. You guys were...
Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact, his webcam thing and his border, they are separate assets in his OBS that are not grouped.
They're still not talking about me,
so when he moves them, he has to move them separately.
Side scrollers needs that.
Oh, there you go.
They really do.
Darkseed to Flow.
The electric bill.
Hey, shout out Darkseed to Flow.
All true.
The father of some great bangers.
Not wrong at all. Not wrong.
Or maybe I should have super chatted.
Anatard, Lord of Derps. Says Adam should change his name to.
Why is it so fucking quiet, man? His audio is actually
okay.
So bad. Yeah, I haven't heard either Snood, but shout out again.
Great job.
Shout out Down Forward Punch with the Ken costume.
Shout out to Keem for jumping on.
I gotta use the restroom.
For jumping on in an interview he had absolutely nothing to do with and derailing it completely because he added nothing to it, but then he promoted his product. Okay, why are they giving a shout out to Keemstar? Because Keemstar got them even more attention. When Keem showed up, all of a sudden even more people jumped on, and they want that notoriety now. They think, oh, you said Keemstar was on our show. Keemstar was on the show because of me. Keemstar doesn't know who you are and never would have been on the show if it wasn't me on your show. Shout out to Keemstar. Okay.
Being really respectful. Like I don't know when Craig was like, "Oh, we got a special guest. Is it okay?"
Can I move my
And, like,
camera down
I was
here?
like, oh shit. Is it
Wait a minute. Did I hear that? Did I hear that? Hang on. We got some possible clean audio. Hang on. Yeah, look at this. Oh wait, he figured it out. He's moving his camera now.
Really respectful.
Wasn't me on your show. Shout out to Keemstar. Know who you are and never would have been on the show if it wasn't me on your show. Shout out to Keemstar. Okay.
Being really respectful.
All right, I got it. I got it, ladies and gentlemen.
When Craig
We got
was
him.
like, "Oh, we got a special guest. Is it okay?"
Can I move
And
my
it's like,
camera
I
down
was like,
here?
oh shit. Is it finally gonna go sour? Because I felt like the whole time, you know, it was tense. Like it was a tense
I'm gonna
interview,
fire
and
up
I was
Risk of
still
Rain.
team the whole time.
Need to get
You
neck
wanna know what the
phones.
funny
You're
part
right.
is? It wasn't tense at all. Like for me, it was a normal day. Like I seriously, didn't you hear at the end of the interview? I was like, let's keep going.
What?
I was like, let's just keep going. I'm fine.
I wasn't tense at all.
Eat and share.
Dude, what? I wasn't tense at all. This is the most tense motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. You know what he looked like? Mm-hmm. What he looked like for 5 fucking hours. It was that. I wasn't tense at all, you guys. Wasn't even tense at all. All right. What I'm gonna do is we got yeah, I wonder if the DDoS lore has to do with Cat like wandered into the room and knocked the Wi-Fi extender.
Shout out to Keemstar.
There it is. And knocked out the Wi-Fi extender or something. And actually like straight up DDoSed his ass. Just by knocking out the Wi-Fi extender out of the wall. We're gonna do this .wav. Go to media. Let's see. Oh fuck. All right, let's. I'm gonna listen to
Now
DSP
let's keep
talk.
going. We didn't answer all the questions.
But I wasn't
You guys
tense at all,
know
you
that
guys.
people want answered. For me, it was fine. I mean, maybe for them it was tense, right?
Just,
Yeah, you guys were tense. I wasn't
but
tense.
then Keemstar
You guys were
was, you
tense.
know, I'll be respectful in private chat, and like you said, and he was. It was actually really cordial.
Yeah, and
You know,
I don't know why
to say about
this is like bad, dude. If you had DSP or Keem, well, I would of course choose DSP because I'm a degenerate. But it was like you could have either DSP come on or you could have Keemstar come on. I'd be like, dude, fuck DSP. I don't care what we had scheduled. I honestly don't care. Come on, Keemstar, come on here. What do you want to talk about? Like the Steel Toe Morning Show, as hard as they were deep throating. Like Keemstar, they're right. They're right.
Great. Justin Kevin says, habitual.
Dude, it's so quiet. I have it boosted and turned up all the way. Just listen to this.
Honest, Phil was doing that all day.
Yes, because the accusations that get thrown at me by detractors are partially true, and then they take a part of that and turn it into something that's not.
Yeah, because you lie about it. So what happens is that you lie about all of it, and we say, well, you lied about that. And he says, no, okay, well, you guys got it partially right, but you didn't get it. You got it sort of right, but I'm still, I'm going to twist the story to make it so everything that you know is still valid, but I still look like the good guy conveniently at the end. So yeah, nobody trusts you, man.
That's how they claim oh, don't you see that the evidence is that this part was
Literally
true.
quit and pretend you got DDoS. Yeah, that was cringe.
No. How
Cat
is
running.
it true?
Yeah, that's my theory, Snood. I like mine that. I like the theory that Cat knocked the extender with the with the vacuum or something mid interview, just like didn't know and just bumped it, thought nothing of it, and that was that. And meanwhile, there are thousands of spurgs on the internet losing their fucking mind. Like there's so much at stake right now, and just like the fact that she bumped that has rippling consequences throughout the space-time continuum. The Spurg time continuum, if you will. I like that way better than like the more realistic possibility that he just wage quit the interview because he was getting cooked and they weren't buying his bullshit. And then came running back because Keem came on. Like, oh no, guys, I'm still here. Give me attention, please. It's like Keem came on. Yeah, Keem, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead and invite Keem on. It's fine. It's fine. And then the reason he said that is because he knew that he could use that as a reason to play the victim after the fact.
Detractors have always made up shit about me for example, and I know people say, well, this one's already been disproven, of course, but it's a great example. The escort story. Was it true
no
that someone flew into this?
Escort story was not
true that we made brownies,
but the escort story,
true, this and that and all that.
By the way, the escort story was only the reason why it wasn't true is because it was only about 80% true. And there were dots connected, and most of them were legit, because it was true that he was flying a mystery woman out from across the country. It was true that basically everything about the escort story was true, except for the fact that it was actually an escort. Just the technical definition of who was flying in, that was the only thing that was wrong. Everything else was right, which I find it funny that we, even though I wasn't a part of it, got the escort story wrong by getting it only 80% right, and we still say, yeah, we got it wrong, even though it was mostly right. Because he was flying Cat out, not an escort, but he was flying a woman out from across the country using his own money, and in a way, it's worse that he flew Cat out and not an escort, because an escort, like, they know the deal. Cat was cheating on Subaru Man. Which one's worse? I don't know, but it's a discussion we could have, right? It's not like, oh, well, you guys thought I was paying for it. It's like, well, anyway, which is worse, an escort or a cheater? I don't know. Got no respect for cheaters. Pardon my toxicity. But, and like, yeah, you could argue that someone, yeah, that it was an escort, but they didn't get paid. Yeah, that's, you could argue that. I agree with you, McBernstein. I would take that opinion. I didn't want to like poison the well, but I do think a cheater is worse than an escort, because an escort is at least honest, right? A cheater is a lying sack of shit, especially when they're actively in the process of doing it.
But then what you do is you take the things that are true and you turn it to the half that's not true. Oh, well, it was an escort that Phil paid for to fly in, which never happened, you see? But that's, again, that gets thrown away. It only goes to the statements that
I'm gonna
can't
do
be proven, or
this
I can't be without exposing myself or my
video
family
broadcast.
to risk.
Shout out my
Those are
family.
the true ones then, see? Habitual Phil will admit to someone, not the other. No, I admit to what's actually true, and then I'm gonna tell you what part isn't.
Oh, fuck, I couldn't mute in time. It all happened so fast. Sorry.
That everything was
Sorry if that woke anyone up.
So of course they're gonna think that it's all, I'm lying constantly. Right?
You are lying constantly. That is true.
Body language.
Oh yeah, your body language was very extremely deceptive.
It's different when you do.
Sorry, Bill Bradsky. It's ultra rare. It's an Easter egg. Dude, when I sneeze, okay, I'm gonna derail for a moment. This is my channel. There's no standard to hold myself to here. When I sneeze, I do this insane thing that apparently nobody else does, because it freaked my girlfriend out when I did it to her the first time. When I sneeze, I like put my tongue out and like look up and squint. And it looks so freaking weird. She thought I was like having a stroke the first time I did it. And because like when the sneeze is like right there, but it hasn't like gone off the edge yet to like actually sneeze, I'll do that. Maybe you guys might see that on camera and you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Because I'm just trying to sneeze and I couldn't get to like the hide my camera button fast enough, because I don't want you guys to see that. Anyway. Yeah, and sometimes it just doesn't happen, so I'll just sit here like this.
So
It's a very, very positive segment.
What's funny is someone just said you
What's
look
funny?
visibly distressed. You were
Yes.
rocking a bit. I literally rock every single day on my stream because, as you know, I'm uncomfortable if I sit still because of my back.
My back,
This is
yep.
something- Watch every one of my streams and I'm rocking. Everyone even criticizes me for it. Can't you sit still, right?
He can't.
Yes, correct. It's 100.
At least he's owning it. I thought he was like gonna deny it again.
Rocking back and forth. That's a meme.
Yes, it is. It's a
So, yeah,
detractor
but
meme.
outside of that, it
We
was
live
pretty much
rent-free
normal. It's
in your
yeah, you're
head.
sitting there for a few hours.
We
if you're
run your
having a
fucking
bathroom
life.
break or nothing, and your legs are feeling tense. Yeah, you're gonna feel like shit, but I still pushed through it. I
Yeah,
was
and
ready to go
it's
further.
probably not a
Body
stroke,
language.
but I
No,
could be
body
having
language
a
you can tell.
stroke,
Like,
if you know what I
for example,
mean. I accidentally left the camera on, and I'm looking at
immediately before I
looking
answer
at,
the question, I'm, like, going like this,
large
you know,
anime personalities,
man.
and
'Cause I'm racking my brain
you
for
know,
an answer.
leave the camera on. Happens to the best of
I
us.
don't think it did, but you know, that would be body language. Not, oh, you know, because he was, you know, possibly moving or whatever. I don't know.
comes together, and once, as you said, Travis, the body language.
Yeah,
and
it's-
trying to get a hold of.
It's the back injury is a fucking meme, man. I'm not even sure that that's true, even though it's a very fundamental part of the lore.
The wandering.
Because he talks about his back being better. He just deherniated the disc, and that's not what happens.
How sure are you that?
Thank you, Urziel. Thank you.
Joking about they don't believe that the account is not mine, right?
About himself, like all of his
right.
personal
Oh, wait.
expenses.
He's just fast forwarding.
talked about.
No, I'm just gonna hide the browser source. We'll just listen to him.
Very apprehensive at first to talk about. Before the show, he didn't want to talk about it, and then he said, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll talk about this." And then, but like, you're not gonna just show your username on a.
He told me to do it. Wow, what a disingenuous asshole he's being right now.
What an asshole.
100% disingenuous asshole because you guys didn't know what happened before the show. Before the show, we were talking about exactly, you know, what'll be brought up, and they said, you know, what are things that you know are off the table or whatever, and I was like, nothing. And they were like, well, we're not going to bring up anything but your wife, and I was like, but why not? People talk shit.
Yeah,
about
McBurnstein.
They
Yeah,
talk about shit about how
I
they
agree.
met. They say horrible things about me and her, you know, all the time. Why not bring it up?
Yeah, because you're
And
both
that
horrible
motherfucker
people.
Right there, said to me, then bring it up. He's like, you know, he's like, well, for example, what? And I told him the story.
It's
He's like,
it's
well,
his
then, you know
fault.
what? Bring it up. His exact words were, bring it up because I hate shit like that. I hate to hear shit like that, and the truth should come out then. He
Yeah.
said that to me before the show started.
Wait, that's
So now it's okay to talk about that, but why wouldn't you show something else? You told me to talk.
God, this is a greght. I gotta turn NVIDIA prompter. I'm gonna unhide the browser source. We gotta enhance this one. Look at this face. This is going in a thumbnail, by the way. Sorry if you're listening only, but this is a very good face, and this is getting saved, and this is probably getting put in a thumbnail, all pixelated and everything. I gotta change the. Oh wait, no. Yes, same frame. Gotta make sure I get the correct frame. That one's probably the best one, actually. I love when I just randomly pause and I start talking and I look over and I see some extremely artistic face being made. Like, 'cause I get it. Because you guys could do the same thing to me. You could watch back these VODs and you can find a couple of frames where I look like a fucking asshole and you could share it. But it's not like, this is ultra mega frequent that this happens. Where it's like, like if I paused, say there's a 20-minute video and I pause 10 times, I'm gonna guess 8 out of the 10 are gonna have horrific pause like faces on them. I wonder if that's genetic or maybe it's either a curse or a blessing. I don't know. Because if you could channel that energy, you could move mountains.
About it.
Wait, well, I don't understand what was going on here. Let's rewind. And why is Adam a disingenuous asshole again?
Why not? People talk shit about my wife. They talk about shit about how we met. They
Yep.
say horrible things.
They say
about
true
me
things.
and her.
Yes, true things about how
All the
terrible
time.
you are.
Why not bring it up? And that motherfucker right there said to me, then bring it up. He's like, you know, he's like, well, for example, what?
Yeah, because the implication, I'm gonna rehide this. The implication when somebody says people say horrible things about me my wife, my family, my cat, my coworkers, my business. People say horrible, horrible things about all that. When you say that, the implication is that they're not true. And if I was to say like, oh man, all you fuckers over there, or I guess you're over here now because I don't have chat on screen. All you fuckers over on the right side of the YouTube page, you guys are saying horrible things about my wife and my soulmate and my streams. You would think like, okay, maybe they're not true. Like you aren't actually like a horrible person. And that's implicit when I say that. But what if you actually are a horrible person? What if your wife is actually a horrible person? Think about that. And I'm not going to say that Kat is a horrible person, but I am going to say Kat's a cheater and she's a liar. And I am disgusted if that restraining order, I'm disgusted about that because I really don't think it's legit. I don't think Subaru Man did anything to warrant a restraining order because I don't fucking trust either I don't trust DSP and I don't trust fucking Kat. They're both liars. Verified liars, I might add. So, and yeah, you're right, Snood. He lied to them for 5 hours straight and then wants to be like, oh, I'm the victim or whatever. Okay, yeah, it sounds good, man. All right, let's just keep going. This is so fucking autistic. It's starting to hurt.
Told him the story. And he's like, well, then you know what? Bring it up. His exact words were, bring it up because I hate shit like that. I hate to hear shit like that. And the truth should come out then. He said that to me before the show started. So now it's okay to talk about that, but why wouldn't you show something else? You told me to talk about it.
Yeah, because he wanted you to clear the air. Everybody says horrible things about my wife. I'm not a horrible person. Oh wait, yes I am. Oops.
For him to be like, okay, it's not him, everyone. You know what I mean? Like,
and I already explained in this show why. Because just showing you any screen grab doesn't mean anything. You
yes,
have to corroborate that it's real.
Yeah,
so
yeah. We would though. We would corroborate.
Say, okay,
TJ Gamebox would get a hold of it. He would verify. He would put out a video. Wait. This is like, it would be corroborated repeatedly. That thing would be dissected forward and back. We would have more people studying that WWE Champions account, all the timestamps, all the information, data, usage, lineup. We'd have guys in Discords. We'd have like interviews with clan members. We'd have like, there would be a whole like, it'd be like when like in a small town, like if somebody goes missing and everybody like meets at the church and it's like, all right, we got to find little Susie, and everybody like walks down walks through the forest like shoulder to shoulder to make sure that they don't miss anything. Like that kind of energy is what we would channel to verify the authenticity of the WWE Champions information. And if it was real and you were innocent, then whatever, we'll take the L. It doesn't matter. There's still plenty of other things to criticize this guy about. We don't need the WWE Champions. That's just probably the biggest one. And plus, it would be the easiest W for DSP of all time. He never gets to take Ws. And it would be the easiest one, and he could be so smug about it. You fuckers got it wrong. You got it wrong. And not only did you get it wrong, you got it really wrong. So, even if he sent them, like if it was a fake screenshot, we would know within like 20 minutes because it's like the Cicadia 3301 or whatever, an impossible puzzle, actually impossible, like an alternate reality puzzle or whatever, where you have to you had to go to some like street in Hong Kong. It was like a National Treasure style thing, if you guys don't know about it. The internet had that solved in like 2 hours. And it required multiple people coordinating for like a few hours around the world. And you read about like what the puzzles were, they were actually impossible puzzles. And the internet had it solved in like 2 hours. Like it was solved before most people even knew about it. I don't know if Cicadia was solved. Last I heard about it, there was still one puzzle that was a dead end, but I don't know. You can't really verify it's legit or anything, because once it gains enough attention, then you get people that are, you know, pretenders or whatever. Yeah, that was my understanding, HCP. Then it's like, you know, oh, we found the Cicadia symbol. Okay, whatever. Anyway. If it was a fake screenshot, like, we would know. It wouldn't be like Craig would hit up a couple people in confidence, and if TJ Gamebox and everybody else, like the people that mattered, I guess, that were capable of verifying it, would verify it, or they'd be like, yeah, this is bullshit. We found whose account this really was. He lied. This dude's a liar. And the timestamps don't match up, the spending doesn't match up, etc., etc. Like, it would be something we could investigate and figure out for ourselves. Yeah. Yep, random level 3. Random wake up level 3 puzzle. Anyway, this is like, just totally does not understand, like, that he could actually use us to his advantage if he were guilty, because most people don't give a shit. Then they're not like out to get DSP for shit he hasn't done. There's plenty. If it turns out the WWE Champion shit is not legit, there is plenty left to criticize him on. You've knocked out one item out of hundreds that you can actually criticize this guy on. Legitimately, that make, like, each one in and of itself is like a life-ruining event for most people. Well, I guess it was for him too.
It's the same account I use in other games, all the same name, all with
It's a pointless
everything
scheme.
on them. And I was going to show him my Apple ID and
Rick and Morty background character. I don't get it.
Now that's pretty much indisputable proof. If you
Of
have
what?
all of that and you're looking at it like, okay, it literally lines up. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom.
Yep.
That's what I was going to show him.
No, you weren't.
And I emailed him after the show.
No, you
at
weren't.
6:18 p.m. yesterday. That's exactly what I was going to do. I was just waiting for him to respond back saying, yeah, I'm at the email. You know, why? You know, you're going to send it?
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna
just
send it.
lying.
No,
You never had any
literally
intention
do
of
it.
doing this. You were just waiting
At that
for
point, he's
some
already 100%
something to
believing
introduce
that he's
doubt
lying. So he doesn't even want
into
to
the
see
whole
it.
situation, and if that never happened, then you were gonna, you were just gonna make something up, and then be righteously indignant about it, and the dents are gonna say, "Oh yeah, I know, Craig was definitely out to get you."
That's
But even the
correct.
dents knew. Even the dents
No, that
knew.
previous version,
Who was
that's
it? Was it Swaggins or
Supercard and Champions are completely different games.
the other guy
Supercard,
who was like, "Dude, you really should have shown something. You should have shown your account name. You look really guilty here."
I mean, so I'm admitting to the actual thing I did wrong, which is where the whole meme came from.
What'd you do wrong?
The meme of the WWE Champions thing came from the fact that there's documented evidence on the internet. I used to play WWE Supercard. I used to post up about it. Same thing with Dokkan Battle. I used to play it and post up about it, like
What's up,
on
Anthony?
Twitter and shit. I would post up, look what I just got. Look, look at this pull. So obviously that's 100%.
Why don't you do that now? What's wrong with that? Dude, if he was begging for money and wailing on champions, but he was like upfront with it, I wouldn't have any issues with it.
What are you, stupid?
Because if the whales are giving him money knowing it's going to champions, whatever. They're willing participants. Who am I to say you're not allowed to give an e-bagger money, even if you know it's going to his addictions?
What about it? Because people don't ever improve or change. Never.
You don't.
People never actually overcome problems in their life. That's apparently. Dude, I used to
mean,
be
you don't.
40 pounds. Now I'm just over 200.
Oh, I used to be fat,
overcame
and now I'm only
that
slightly
problem in my
fat.
life. I used to be a raging alcoholic where every night I used to drink myself into a stupor.
There you go.
And then I would fucking.
I used to be a raging alcoholic. You know what?
How are you going to tell me people don't change
You know what?
over time and get better? If you admit your faults from
We're going to do it again. That was too good.
yourself into a stupor. I used to be a raging alcoholic.
Here we go. All right. All right, everybody be quiet. I gotta get the clean audio on.
I overcame that problem in my life. I used to be a raging alcoholic where every night I used to drink.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's go to playlist. I gotta cut this up. I gotta cut this up. Let me turn on the music. I'm gonna go to the next one actually, because that playlist talks about it. It's this one. Yep, it's this one. This is all in Detractor Beam General, by the way. If you guys want access to these clips, anybody can use them.
I used to be
There it is.
I used to be a raging alcoholic wherever to be a raging alcoholic.
There it is. Let's go ahead and export that as a WAV. Raging alcoholic. Somebody's gonna use these, right? Like somebody has to have a use for these. Is Ann still going? Or did Ann clock out? Looked like Ann's done. All right. This is fine. All right, we got him. We got that line. That's a great one. Yeah, no, he's not an alcoholic anymore. He only drinks if there's a $100 tip on the line.
Myself into a stupor, right?
Used to drink myself into a stupor.
I stopped doing that shit. Like, how are you gonna tell me people don't change over time and get better?
X to gout that,
from the past and you
but
overcome them.
you never
That's something
did.
That should be applauded.
No, you never did.
Or be, oh no, no one can ever improve. This is the same guy on the show who's laughing when I am saying, well, I'm changing now. I'm trying to be better. Ha 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 ha.
Because they knew you were lying.
You're an idiot.
Because they knew you were lying. They knew you were full of shit. By that point, they knew you were full of shit. There was no doubt. That's why they were laughing, because they're like, dude, you haven't changed even a little bit. Even a little bit. In fact, the only way you've changed is you've gotten so much worse. So much worse.
Major props for staying the whole time. Like, honestly, I was shocked, and I said this to him. I don't know.
Yeah, I said it to his face. All this, by the way, was said to his face, and he just sat there, looked stressed, and goes, I got fucking farmed.
Got some major balls for like dealing with stern interviewers, because like we didn't go easy on
which is
them
what I
at
was
all
there
yesterday.
for. And the reason I stayed is because I'm telling the truth. Do you think if I mean, no, really? Okay, now we gotta be real. Hold on one fucking second here. If someone is guilty, why the fuck would they stick around for 5.5 hours?
Dave? Really? Really? Yeah, we gotta... You gotta watch Sim present this really quick.
No, really? Okay, now we gotta be real. Hold on one fucking second here. If someone is guilty, why the fuck would they stick around for 5.5 hours? Are you crazy? Why would they even agree to the interview?
I'm gonna leave this paused. You guys can answer that. I'm sure you guys could do a better job than me, because I know what I want to say to it, which is really obvious. But I don't want to steal the show. I don't want to steal the thunder. Yeah, Meth Bear. People do that all the time to throw off suspicion. The reason people do that, guilty people do that, is because they believe that if they stay long enough, they can convince them. No, see, I'm innocent, because a guilty person wouldn't stay here for 5 hours. So that's part of the strategy. And it's very basic. It's been happening for longer than anybody currently alive on the planet has been alive. That is an old strategy. Yeah, if somebody's guilty, why would they sit through the entire trial, Groog? Why would they just admit guilt? Yeah, you're right. A guilty person would admit guilt, right? If somebody's guilty, they would admit guilt. So since DSP didn't admit guilt, then he's innocent, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah, Snoot, you know what? You're right. This is what, like, the fact that he thinks this is a gotcha. Actually, like, this is actual man baby. And I mean that literally. Go ahead. There you go. man baby, because this is what a child would do. This is the train of logic a child would do, and the frame control of like, oh my god, how stupid do you have to be to think that anybody would sit through all of that if they were guilty? Imagine being stupid enough to believe that that's what happened. Just imagine it for a moment. See, you can't, because it's really fucking stupid, because you'd have to be really stupid. Anyway, let's continue.
Why would they do it? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
To throw off suspicion. He thinks it's a gotcha. Where this funny man's at.
That's right. So for so long, people said Phil would never do the interview, right? Never.
Yeah.
He would never do it. And I said, fine. Eventually, I'm gonna fucking do it because
I'm gonna do it because a guilty person wouldn't do it.
I'm gonna do it. So it's for 5.5 hours. Oh, just guilty. Like, what? What do you think I was there for? Why do you think I could take it? Why do you think I could take it for so long?
Clearly had issues with.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. What do you even say to that? Like, I legit don't know, like, where to even start from that. And this is again why you can't communicate with these people. Like a dent head would listen to that and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yep. Yet any well-adjusted person hears that and it's like, that doesn't prove anything. That gains you not only no proof, but no trust at all. And he's like, well, people are saying I'm not going to do it because I'm guilty. Well, I'm going to show them by doing it. And therefore, if they think I wouldn't do it if I was guilty, then I would do it if I was innocent. Sound good? Sounds good. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how the train of logic went. I mean, it got derailed like immediately, but you know what? We're just going to ignore that inconvenient truth and we're going to move on. Sound good? Sounds good.
And to have it, he didn't come in here thinking like, all right, I'm going to have to deal with talking to Keemstar as well.
Yeah, because that was a waste of everyone's time.
And then the freaking
no, you okayed it though. You endorsed it.
Dude can take some punches.
You're so desperate. Dude, he's so desperate to play the victim. That they asked him, they're like, is it okay if Keemstar comes on? He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Whoa. Because he wanted an excuse to play the victim afterwards. That was it. That was the only reason why. Because he knew he was getting cooked and he needed to start building his excuses.
10 fucking years.
The overwhelming swarm of insanity for 2 weeks. And he's been dealing with it for a decade.
We can't hear your audio, Dave. It's actually...
Because all of you didn't believe that we were going to be do a good interview. But I'm not upset because a lot of you are
oh, he said no at first. But like, if DSP is like, no, don't bring fucking Keemstar on here. He's going to derail the whole thing. I just don't want him here. I would have said, yeah, I understand. I understand for somebody like DSP. That, like, I would call him a bitch for it, but I would kind of understand why DSP wouldn't want that.
Oh, okay. That was fair.
I was asked about it last night.
That was fair.
I said, I would say in any fandom, there are people who are look at things logically and those who take things to the next level, right? In any fandom, whether that's...
I can't hear Craig and Adam either. I don't really give a shit what they have to say, honestly. No offense, but you're not why I'm here.
People who look at things logically, and then there's some people who just take it a step too far.
They're talking about it.
Our community that do that. There's gonna be people in every community.
All right,
So,
well, this is boring.
I don't think so, Snood. I really don't.
You weren't letting him slide either. And
I don't think they coordinated it ahead of time because they didn't. I don't think they planned on talking about it. DSP just started talking about it, and that's what Keem does. Keem is like always lurking in the shadows. Whatever drama there exists, he's ready to pounce on. That's how he made his fortune. Because anytime there was drama, Keemstar was right there.
you knew just enough.
And there was drama that day. So therefore, Keemstar was also there. Surprising no one.
There you go. I knew way too much. No, you didn't know. Craig, you didn't know. You were told things that were supposed to be considered circumstantial evidence, and you were supposed to formulate an opinion. You didn't know anything.
He did.
All you
He did
knew
formulate an opinion.
Said.
He did formulate an opinion. That's exactly what happened, actually.
He
And that's
said
why you're
about
mad.
all their circumstantial
You
bullshit.
formed the
know
opinion, but you formed the wrong opinion, Craig, you fucking idiot.
For this interview, I know everything. So now we're gonna ask, and hopefully we get the confession instead of I'm going in. Here's what I heard from this side.
It turned into that because it became very obvious, very early on that you were guilty. Very obvious. It did not take fucking Sherlock Holmes to read the very obvious deceptive body language. You were not only guilty, but you were lying.
Had the substance and Adam had the style of the interview, and that's just.
Travis, shut the fuck up. You're cringe, man.
Substance either, but that's the way it.
Craig, you have no style.
Or that you don't have any style.
All right. Continue.
Did yesterday. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that. Well, okay. Well, what's wrong about that?
There we go. This is stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
It does not. No,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's a lesson.
A simple no.
I don't think they planned the Keem thing ahead of time, but if they did, it makes no difference. It changes nothing. If they planned it ahead of time, then good for them.
That's a long bike
Oh,
ride.
dark side fail. Yeah, did you go on a 5-hour bike ride? That's insane. Lord.
He's like, I don't want to.
What confession? I don't know.
I still got more to listen
He's
to.
listening to on a bike.
It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why Keem had the same motivation as any of us, which is what Keem said, which is, I know you're lying.
He lied about literally everything yesterday. There you go.
Hang on. Hey, this is really good. So somebody super chats, side scrollers, and guess we get a text to speech segment of the super chat from Sausage Mode Dave. Hang on, I gotta like, god damn it, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste this. Hide that one. We're gonna do filters. Bam, bam. We just get a look at sausage mode here. This is gonna be more positive than my setup before, I think. Right? So there's a super chat at the bottom from side scrollers.
Gamer 2 says.
Oh, here we go. I'm toxic on my own streams. I ban anyone who brings evidence that contradicts his narrative. He lied about literally everything yesterday. There you go. Look at all that. Look at all that corroborating evidence of that statement. But they're gonna keep reading it, right?
Oh, Dave, I could write a dissertation on all of what he said and why it's true.
That contradicts the narrative. He lied about literally everything yesterday.
Not the Tony gamer.
Sophie says.
Hey, Sophie, shout out.
Phil looks like he's going through puberty backwards and sweating like nuts. I didn't sweat once. I literally didn't sweat at all. Did you ever even see me?
That's
like,
really
wipe
good,
forehead,
Sophie.
zero sweating? I
haven't seen Sophie around in a while.
But do you see they're reading everything? Just read everything. So that
You're reading everything.
Literally the Phil shit show.
You're literally reading everything that the trolls are saying out loud to your stream. Holy fuck. Shout out to Sophie, by the way.
In this office. But yesterday I was sweating and I was in here for 5.5 hours. Right?
Yeah, and you were sweating
Talking about.
profusely the whole. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Is it technically the third time?
He's like, the dude's actually reading out troll super chats, and he's like, they're reading out troll super chats. They're reading everyone as he reads everyone.
I think that if I was to change the intro, people would write. But
That's pretty bad. Like I know, like being a hypocrite's bad, but that's like really bad.
Good point. He's got a good point. That's true.
The problem is it's too long. Like if we could sit here and react to the whole show, but it's way too long. I'm not
Do
gonna
it,
sit
pussy.
around for all night.
All you do is drama anyway. Just why don't you just own it? Beat your demons.
pretty sure yellow flashes, but we need to look at the chat. But I know we were talking, so let me triple check. Hold on. Triple
Mr.
check
Knox,
the-
how you doing? Mr. Knox says, was DSP stupid or desperate for any form of clout to be a part of the interview?
You tell me, what clout did I get out of the interview? Zero.
I don't know, whatever you're milking right now.
Make a lot of money? No, they didn't pay me any of that money that they made.
Yeah, this is like,
Any positive press from the interview? No.
okay, whose fault was that?
Nothing at
Whose
all.
fault was that?
It was supposed
You
to
could have
be-
gotten victim
Yes,
points by saying I'm addicted to mobile
I'm doing
games.
them a favor.
I need treatment. I need help. Can you guys help me?
Interview. Either way, this is free.
Dude, they would have helped him.
Yeah.
It would have been actual positive press for him. And the Dents would have been so proud of him for coming clean.
He likes our show. He said he watches our show, and we have a lot of fun on this show.
And like, how was this the side scrollers' fault? It's like, well, I've really fucked up my business, you guys. And the side scrollers are toxic, by the way.
know how to do it properly.
despite the fact that I literally said on the show, I have no aspirations to be a big YouTuber. I have no aspirations to be successful. All I want to do
is chill on level 1
and make a living doing it.
and make a living doing it. That's all I want. I want to continue doing nothing and having my dents pay me a bunch of money for it.
And he thinks the opposite. Well, maybe if you would take that fucking hat off and take the cotton out of your ears, you'd hear what I actually said in your own interview.
In this world, and I mean,
we should do a DSP versus Adam Krigler
done the amount of shit that he's done.
Misfits boxing event, by the way.
Honest,
Move over Logan Paul and Dylan Danis.
He's never gonna
Dylan Danis, I think.
shed that.
That ultra mega troll.
How was I never honest or held myself accountable? Did you not see me react to my own Down the Rabbit Hole, react to the John Rambo and Howard video from last year, and literally
They did.
confess up to so many mistakes?
They did, and no, you didn't. No, you did not. They're getting greasy again. You know what happened on the John and Howard react? He learned nothing. Nothing. Because a big criticism that John Rambo, we'll call him that, John Rambo. Big criticism that John made abundantly clear so that there is no way anybody could possibly misunderstand what he said is that he is upset that DSP continuously tried to monetize their friendship over and over again. He could not stop trying to monetize their friendship. That's what he did. And that criticism was made abundantly clear. There's like no way you could misunderstand that or just like not acknowledge that that was there. Because that was like the whole stream. Hey, the Project 7 shirts, I'm not even upset about the shirts. I'm upset that he kept trying to monetize me and we just never got to hang out and just play games. It was always, we got to put out YouTube videos. We got to make money. We got to blah, 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 blah. We couldn't just chill, and everything I did, it was always for money for him and nothing else. And even like this right now, this month, you know what he has behind him? A Project 7 t-shirt. Completely unaware of any of the criticisms or issues that the only friend that he's ever had with him. Unaware of any of it. So if he's like, well, did you even watch the Down the Rabbit Hole? Yes, they did. Did you even watch the John and Howard react video? They actually did watch both of those. And they learned that you are incapable of change, incapable of learning anything. They learned that you are an asshole. That's what they learned. So yes, they did watch it, but I don't think they got the message that you were trying to send them.
What are you talking of? You're talking about, here's what he's talking about. WWE champion. Like literally that's what he's talking about. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like they took one issue out of the entire history of everything. They took one fucking thing, right?
Yeah, so they only grilled you. They only grilled you on one of the hundreds of things they could have chose. They only chose one. There was one attack vector. They could have come at you from every angle, from every criticism. They could have read out loud. Well, this is before this, but that one top haters post with like the 40 criticisms, they could have just gone down the list. And there's more to it than that. They could have just gone down the list, say answer for all of them, answer them one at a time, and prove to me you're not an asshole with all this in mind. They could have done that, but they didn't. They only chose one. And somehow this makes them bad. That sounds good.
It's a joke that's completely out of context to my normal content. I don't usually joke like that. It was a joke that was misinterpreted by a lot of negative people being negatively saying it was a racist joke. It wasn't intended that way. It's still a dark.
It doesn't matter what it was intended like.
Definitely
it was
still too dark. It's not in my normal style.
Too dark. It's not in my normal style. Well, you said
it. What I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm a different person now. That was like 6 months ago.
None of what they're saying makes sense. It's like they weren't paying any attention.
It's impossible. Right now, unless he owns up to it, it'll never happen.
Own up to what? To the one thing? You're literally harping on one fucking thing.
Yeah, harp on the hundreds of other things that make me a shitty person. Do that instead, and then talk to me.
And, He just wants to like pretend like all of it. Oh no, it's all in my past. Like let me just start fresh, and it's never gonna happen, dude. You
Right.
can't start fresh.
Imagine talking about personal things you don't want on the internet. Yeah, well, that's why we're here. Because if you never talked about any of this stuff, we wouldn't be here.
In the past that are bad, you can never forgive them and never believe that they ever got better.
Okay,
That's what he's saying.
we're going to
Wow,
the
you're an
extreme
awesome
now.
person, Adam. Like really, let me make sure that
We're putting words in their mouth and taking. We're straw manning them with an extreme position.
Past, right? Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I love
You're
this.
not supposed
What
to
are you
fucking
talking
ever
about? You're so wrong. It's like it hurts, man.
Ever like, wow, that's interesting.
Own your
Okay.
shit. It's just
That's
gonna
not what he said. And you're straw manning him by projecting an extreme position onto him and then arguing with the ridiculous and extreme position that you then projected onto him.
Setting, and he chose not to confirm
the
with you,
offer.
Craig, and he chose to fucking talk shit on Keemstar after the show. And it's like, bro, what the?
Because Keemstar's a piece of shit.
There we go.
We said
Now,
we were gonna do it on the show. That doesn't
yeah,
mean
it's
shit.
that's why I talk shit about
No
him.
one likes him.
That's why I talk shit about Snood when he's not in chat. Why? Because he's a piece of shit. Duh.
That's why. I can say whatever I want about him.
I can say whatever I want about Snood when he's not here.
Way more than I've ever talked shit about him. You're out of your mind.
That's not
I'm supposed
true.
to kiss his butt because I was happy. I want nothing to do with the guy. I already said this multiple times. I want absolutely nothing to do with that man.
Why do you keep
at all.
talking about him?
Like I said,
Why do you keep talking about him?
If I ever had a business arrangement with Keemstar, he would literally try to control me for the rest of my life. He would literally like a puppeteer with strings. He's like, well, I helped fill out that one time, so now
Yeah,
he's
he
beholden to me. For
he-
the rest
he's
of his
just
life,
making
right? That's
stuff
the
up
kind of guy
now.
he
He's
is.
just-
ultra
he's
controlling.
he's
Why do you think when he tries
just
to control you,
making stuff up in his head, like conjuring it out of the gin that's sloshing around up there,
by his rules, right? I would
and then
not
just
do
accepting it as
exactly what he
reality.
wanted, right? Drop my entire stream to answer the phone for him, and I didn't even know it was him. Correct.
Yeah, well, you dropped your
He's
old
so
stream to
upset
answer the phone for
because he wants
Comcast.
to be in control of everything at all times. Why in the fuck would I ever want to go be in business with someone like that?
He's just
Why do
a
they like him? so
business degree
Are you
man.
stupid? Have you
He's-
not done any kind of research on this man on the internet that's factual? And that's the difference. They'll say, "Oh,
Yeah, they
Keemstar
watch
and so
detractor
are the same.
videos of
They both get
Keemstar.
paid." No, the things Keemstar has done are well publicly documented, and they're not circumstantial evidence. He fucking
Okay,
talks
Dave,
shit
I
think
think
mental
you're-
illness.
I
to
think
people
you're
like,
project-
people like Etika.
Whoa.
And what happened there? He's falsely.
We are pointing at the kettle, and we are lobbing racial slurs at the kettle right now. That's what's happening.
Well, that's the difference. They'll say, "Oh, Keemstar and Phil are the same. They both get the hate." No, the things Keemstar has done are well publicly documented, and they're not circumstantial evidence.
Like you, they're well publicly documented, so much so that Dave, you have your own radio station. Did you know that? And the radio station is dedicated to diving into the lore to make sure that we have everything documented as accurately as it can be. And there's documentaries about you, documentaries about your lies, documentaries about the fucked up things that you've done to people very close to you. There's people that have come out that were formerly close to you and felt the need to talk for hours about what a piece of shit you are. I don't think Keemstar has any of that. He has people that criticize him and he watches the detractor videos. I've identified he's a piece of shit. That's what he's saying. And this is the point that Adam desperately tried to get across to him. Like, what do you know about Keemstar? What you know about Keemstar is what you watched all of his detractors say, much like you. He's willfully missing the point right now because he's like, no, you don't understand because I'm different because I don't have a bunch of well-documented evidence against me that makes me a piece of shit, unlike that guy who does, because everybody that has the documented evidence against me is a no-load, mouth-drooling moron. It's different. Think about it.
He fucking talks shit about mental illness.
Isn't a mouth drooler a slur against mentally ill people because they can't control like their face or whatever, so they just drool? Didn't he say like something was, actually I'm not even gonna say it because I could take it at a cud kick. He does segments all the time where he just pretends to be a mentally ill person that can't speak like properly and makes noises instead of speaking.
To people like people like Etika.
Okay, Anthony made thousands off Etika's death and lied about making money. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I guarantee if there was an opportunity to siphon some money out of somebody's death, he's never hesitated before. Well, what would make him hesitate with Etika? And so the opportunity definitely presented himself, and he definitely took it. I'm just going Occam's razor here.
And what happened there, he's falsely accused people on the internet and he literally factually proven he's orchestrated events, dramatic events that weren't real to get.
What, like the back tax situation?
Stuff, popularity for his content. It's factually proven.
Well, this reminds me a lot of the 2K Jasper scam that we just watched. Yeah, but it's not actually factually proven. What's up, Darksea? Darksea Defo.
The stuff you're accusing me of is not factually proven. It's bullshit.
But it's different when it's me, because it's not factually proven, you guys. There's a difference. I don't know. I can't define factually proven, but you just have to trust me. It's bullshit. Okay, sounds good.
Bullshit. There's a difference. Hated for bullshit, hated for facts. It's not
not facts with a T. Well, I guess we could do one of these. Facts. Acts. I don't know, my noise reduction killed that, but yeah, there you go. Keemstar and DSP are different because the accusations against DSP are just complete bullshit. Unlike Keemstar, which is factual. Think about it. And also get debunked.
Rocket science unless you like the guy because you want to kiss his butt because you like riding on the clout that you have having him on your show.
Okay, this is rich. No pun intended. This is rich. Coming from the Discord of dent heads that are doing exactly that for an unknown reason. And the specific dent head who made his departure recently. Because didn't Game Cucker try and be like a gaming journalist? Right? And he thought that giving DSP money and making a name in the DSP community and having DSP say his name all the time would be good for his clout or whatever. Isn't that what happened? So this is very rich. And DSP knows this is going on. He's got a Discord full of dent heads that are desperate to get some attention and clout from him because for some reason they think it's a good thing, but whatever.
Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest.
What's wrong with you? Anyway, I know
what is wrong with you?
I got more to say.
That's a tough question, Adam.
The funny part again is that none of this was said when I was there. Do you understand?
No, it was all said to your, not directly to your face, but indirectly to your face. It was all said to you. They said all of this. And you just went, yep, 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 yep.
Why do you say this behind my back?
Because they said it to your face and you did nothing about it. And now they're realizing the next day that they were right the whole time, despite you trying to introduce doubt around every corner. Turns out they were right the whole time. Their intuition was spot on when they said you are a liar and a scammer. Their intuition was spot on. And now they're realizing it. So they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I said all that shit to his face because now I have free reign. I can do whatever I want now. That's why.
Right? Why is this said? Where? I was there.
Yeah.
I was fucking there.
Yeah, they said it to your face. Do you not remember? Did the alcoholism?
Say it to my face.
They did.
Why did you wait till the next
soy voice.
day?
They did. You don't need a soy voice.
At all.
It makes perfect sense because I actually did say it to your face.
Profit.
That's a good one.
So,
Nice.
so,
My sister's birthday.
all right, nice. We'll
Happy
do-
birthday.
first,
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about your sister, man. Nobody cares. Fast forward through that dumb shit.
Last night, when I was talking about this a little bit, and yeah, I was actually going to bring them up during the stream, just didn't have an opportunity. So,
Who? What?
Yeah. Craig is aware
missed
of,
it.
and Adam's aware of like 90% of all of this stuff.
I know way
This
too
is
much
nothing.
about them. Way too.
This is nothing. This
This
is
is
worthless.
just-
Get him out of here.
They took every super chat, read it out, and just, yes, it's all true. 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 That's not professional. I'm not there.
Yes.
not
Yes. This is
You
not.
had me on
This
the
is
show.
unprofessional.
I can't finish it like a show that
Then
goes
go
like
back,
4
Dave. Big ups
episodes.
Yellow Flash too, by the way. Just super chatted
You wanna know how it
on
ends?
I think it's more like
Side scrollers.
I think it's more like why Jersey.
Anyway, no.
Anyway.
no one's watching me because
skip,
it's like
skip,
Jersey
skip.
Shore.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
Congrats on that homeowner.
Talk about me. Go back to talking about me.
Sounds smart.
But you'd probably watch Jersey Shore. It's probably your favorite show.
Oh, got him. Gout him. You're probably a low IQ idiot who watches Jersey Shore.
few more, and I'm still, golly,
They're never gonna end. This is their whole show. Is just reading negative super chats about me.
Mr. Doctor and
Okay, one actually had nothing to do with me. I can't believe it.
Probably
Right?
pay taxes on it first. before spending,
Their old show is reading super chats about me.
says Adam.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. Just keep going. Let me just, for the sake of it, let me fast forward a bit. Let's go like 20 minutes forward and let's see what they're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
Inner peace or whatever, you know.
Now got
Right. I 100% agree.
CSI San Francisco. Hey, Darkseid to Flow with another super chat.
This is 20 minutes later.
What did he say? I got it. Everyone wants to know, what are the chances you'll appear on That Being Said or other detractor stream? No, well, they
Here we
did.
go.
So.
Darkseid to Flow
It's
says,
this is 20 minutes later. It continues, right?
Why would it stop? Why would they
20 minutes
stop
later, is the
this?
whole show.
Why would they
The
put a
whole
stop
show
to
is
it?
just
There,
about
people
me.
are giving them money.
Everyone wants to know.
Isn't the whole point to just ask for money and then people that give you money steer the conversation? Isn't that the whole point? Or am I toxic?
I'll definitely appear on
I mean, I know I'm toxic, but
100%. Yeah, I just gotta lock down a time. Coming up, I'm gonna be on Tuesday Night Main Event on Tuesday, coming up as well. So that's
Great
gonna be
show.
Cool.
Great show.
Talking to me
Decent
about
game.
that.
Don't know what that is.
don't know what that is. Nobody cares about this dumb shit. Go back to talking about me.
Fresh, if you don't hold your, it's impossible. to
Yeah,
start
here we
fresh
go.
if you don't
Wait, what did Tickled Bruno say? It's impossible to start fresh if you don't need to hold yourself accountable in any way. Congrats for the great work, guys. I came in, expected nothing, and walked out a subscriber. Shout out. Yeah, I agree. They did do a great job on this. As cringeworthy as they are now, they did do a great job on this, so I actually agree with that.
in any way. Congrats for the great work, guys.
And now this fucking troll is reading out other troll super chats.
Here we go.
Don't they know they're supposed to ban detractor super chats like I do?
You know, I rolled 1-1. So
well, and he has such a high.
Train wreck that keeps rewinding after the terrible fiery crash the past 14 years it's Phil's streams. Yes, shitting on his 14-year legacy.
This pedestal that everyone needs to worship you. and give you
What the
money.
fuck are you talking about?
Nice soy
I'm the
voice.
king on a pedestal that needs to be worshipped. We explained what the King of Hate
Yes.
moniker meant, right? We did.
Uh-huh.
We actually went through it on the show. That has nothing to do with anything like that whatsoever, right? I said I'm a small-time guy. I'm a flawed. Everything I said on
I'm
the show.
flawed, guys. That's why I say the N-word, is because I'm flawed. Sound good?
Myself or my content. But you see, it's a giant king, and everyone should kiss his butt. Yes, you're right. That's why I take it.
They
as
are
an
right.
opportunity to always be on top of everything. Right? I totally don't. What a real.
You do.
Wow.
You do- Wow, yeah, that's
If you wanna talk
insane.
about
That's
people who are
ridiculous.
unprepared, this guy knows absolutely
Unprepared,
nothing whatsoever.
unprofessional?
Zero
Zero
prep.
prep.
Hate that's coming
There's
in. That's what
nothing.
He knows nothing about me or my content
He
whatsoever.
knows nothing about me, except for the 15 hours of content that I told him to watch, and he did.
This is correct.
Besides watching and consuming exactly what I told him to consume to get a good idea of who I am, he has no idea who I am.
Like thinking that you were worth people's attention.
Correct. I've talked about all this publicly in the Down the Rabbit Hole and other places. 100% correct. I've admitted to this.
And you weren't.
Correct.
You have to adjust and cater to your audience, and he didn't.
Correct.
His audience slowly grew.
So why are you springing on him if he's right?
Direction by people making fun of him, and instead of owning it and using it, like Keem talked about, that's what he does. He's like, I got the most detractors, and I use them. They're my fans. They make me more money because of the hate. And
But he makes shit content that's harmful to others. That's
Oh
how he
my
got over it.
god,
He
help
doesn't make
me.
gameplay videos.
Help me,
He doesn't
DSP.
do
Make it make
graphics.
sense.
In a nice positive way.
It's
Sure,
not
he
positive,
hurts
that's the
people to
problem.
Make money. Everything he does is deriding others, making fun
Dave,
of
you
others,
scam
putting them
disabled
down,
children
making
out of their
money.
government
He's like-
disability.
he's a giant
Come on,
chessboard
man.
what he
Stop
considers
calling the kettle
world of
black.
Warcraft,
It's getting
right?
exhausting.
Well, anyone who's having a problem and he moves the pieces around the chessboard and he watches money fly off the chessboard.
Oh my god, are you fucking
That's what
kidding
makes
me?
Money. How are you okay with that?
bitter.
Tell me, and again, what I said is the difference between
up,
me and
Saintspot?
Keem, I've never
Same
hurt
bots.
anyone with my content. Who did I hurt?
Don't view about
for
me,
making
bro.
a bad Let's Play. Who did I hurt? Right? With these stuff, nothing. This guy's constantly.
Who'd I hurt? Nobody! Except for all the mentally disabled children that I scammed out of their disability checks, crying poor, saying I'm gonna lose my house, and then wailing out on WWE champions.
But he can't see it.
What are you talking? What? What? Dude, this guy is a fucking dunce.
What did he say?
He did nothing. He literally.
What did he say?
Bro, it's so obvious. Like, but he can't see it.
What?
It's so obvious, but he can't see it. That basically, you should make lemons out of lemon, or make lemonade out of lemons that life gives you, and let's see, you should make lemons or lemonade out of lemons that life gives you, more or less. Monetize your haters. You should use it as a positive, etc., etc. And then he's like, "DSP can't see it." He's like, "What?" This is where we get the soy voice, righteous indignation.
What? Dude, this guy is a fucking dunce.
He's a
He did
dunce.
nothing. He
I'm a
literally
dunce.
didn't do any research at all.
Literally, none.
What are you talking about?
What are you
I've
talking
already
about?
Admitted it. We've already talked about it on stream in React events. You fucking tremendous.
Yeah, why don't you watch all my React
of
events?
emptiness.
Fucking
in your
idiot.
brain. It's documented that I
God damn it.
fucking talked about it. Why is no one countering?
It's documented.
No,
All you got to
actually,
do is watch
fair enough, he did say this 'cause
500
no one did
hours of content
No
to
one
gain
did the
the
research.
minimum context
The only
required to
thing the
understand.
detractors said, and according to the detractors, he never grew, he never admitted nothing. They
That's true.
only listened to the detractors. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
He never grew, and that is very apparent
Wow.
watching the John and Howard react. I mean, it was so bad. I didn't even finish it. It was just sad. It's like watching an alcoholic drink himself to death, and no pun intended. Correct. I agree with you.
He denied, and it's so much now. It's just a mountain.
Well, it depends. 'Cause I out of all these people, I think Travis is the most. I hate to say it, the guy who thinks the best about this shit. And he probably, you know what I mean? Like what he's saying kind of makes sense. Except,
Oh god, that didn't age well, did it?
Yes, no,
another
he's absolutely right.
another
He's
DSB quote
wrong.
that
I was
aged
always like a
horrifically.
I didn't admit that I did anything wrong. That was old.
But of course,
Today,
of
you
course,
guys call me out,
Travis
and I'll-
is the best of all of them.
You know what I'm saying? Like Travis, I think.
You're from India. Well, welcome,
He's the
dude.
voice of
I don't think anybody here is from India but you, so you
He's
are
kind of the host, but
you're the only
when
one.
you listen
So
to all the talk,
you are an ambassador for India.
in my
Welcome.
He ever let it go? How could he admit? Because he has to admit to so much all at once. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous now. It's so much.
I'll say this.
That was really funny. That was very funny. I did not expect that.
By the way, guys,
But I should
there's
have.
a lot of
By the
types
way.
of things coming in.
By the way,
I'm
please.
absolutely going to shout them out before the end of the stream.
You guys will, you dents will get your shout
Watch this
outs.
whole show. This is
I'm
2.5
definitely not
hours.
monetizing all the drama
You can't watch
by
2.5 hours of this shit.
withholding
I'm proving my point here.
any commentary
Fairness
on
was-
the drama, but please tip anyway. Sound good?
Where you need to, where somebody needs to go like, hey, dude, like, look, screw attack.
Grab the bus token. I don't know what that means. I know what token is, but
It was a big deal. We
I feel like it's
billions.
insensitive to say that. But oh well, I said it. So
Like, it was insane. But that was there.
Right.
That was long gone. And
And whenever do I say today I'm big or I'm popular or I'm you know what? Never at all. It's
never at all. I
completely opposite.
deliberately am down here on level 1.
piece of sand in this giant, vast ocean.
Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's important to understand and for to be humbled at a point. And that happened to me. That's happened to me where and I don't think that's happened. To
What are you talking about? Oh my! Again, they watch nothing. They literally watch nothing. They watch no content of mine. Anything.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
They only watch detractors.
Honestly,
You know what?
that's not true, but I don't blame them at all.
Watched my content. It's
Yeah,
not
they
possible.
didn't watch 500 hours of content. These guys are fucking
It's
assholes.
supposed to be objective.
It's actually literally not possible
They did
because from the
all
moment,
the negative research.
oh my god, fuck off. From the moment that he emailed them and started the corroboration or whatever, from that moment, if they had started watching DSP content, if they had begun right there, and they watched without sleeping, didn't work, didn't sleep, did nothing but consume DSP content up until the time that the interview started, if they had done that, it still wouldn't have been enough. It would never be enough. For me, even me, I have been an enjoyer, a casual enjoyer of the lore since like I want to say 2018, late 2018-ish, early 2019-ish. And so I've been looking at this. I've been studying this religious text for 5 years. Let's just say 5 years. That might be giving me a little too much credit, but it's close enough. I still feel like I don't have the knowledge required to talk to this guy. I feel like he, if we were to have a conversation about his character and the lack of quality observable in his character, he would tell me that I didn't even watch any of his stuff. I don't even watch any of his stuff. Like, dude, I consume hours upon hours of your bullshit every week because it's so delusional and so interesting to me. That's why I do it. And even though I've been doing this for years, I still don't have what it takes. You need an actual, like, religious scholar who has decades of experience with this to get anywhere close. So of course, he's going to look at Adam and Craig and be like, well, dude, you haven't been studying me, like the Quran, for years. So you guys don't know anything. Gabriel's bell tolls and I lost a hardcore career. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, Luna. Did I do that? I'm sorry.
And none of the
well, I lost like a 20-minute run on Risk of Rain, so it's basically the same thing, right?
One person who's a fan of my content. What do you like about Phil? What, you know, what's the positives about him?
Wait, they did.
If he has all this hate again, they didn't do that.
They did.
They fucking just went and watched every detractor. They talked to.
They did.
Yeah, you're really gonna get an intelligent discussion out of it.
They did. In fact, detractors encouraged them to talk to the dent heads. They said, go out and find a fucking DSP fan. DSP fans, where are you? And there was a point where Craig, before the interview, was like, where are the fans of DSP? They don't exist. And this guy, he specifically told him, don't do it. Don't talk to these people. Not that they were interested anyway, because again, they don't give a shit. Interview? What interview? I don't care. Just when I give you $100, you put on the hat. When I give you 100 likes, you blow bubbles. That's it. That's it. Literally, that's it. Ding me, fucker. Ding me. I said it. I deserve the punishment. Literally deserve the punishment. And it's funny that he just doesn't ask why. Like, why didn't any of my fans step up for me? Why? He doesn't ask. Because I think if he thought about it a little bit, he might not like where that leads. Yeah, you're right, Anthony. The Trav. Somebody said something about the Trav interviews. The Kingsley was, or King Sly was, debate was awful. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip out on that. The fucking Dutch Bros one was enough cringe for the next couple months, so I think I'm gonna take it easy on exposing myself to that kind of cringe. This kind of cringe I'm accustomed to, but that kind of stuff, nah. Most entertaining stream all week. Interesting. He wrecked Trav. Interesting. I'm going to take your word for it and say I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct, and let's continue.
What? They're literally every word they're saying is wrong right now.
And I hope that yesterday was an opportunity for him, but I don't think he's going to take that.
It was an opportunity, but
right,
he's so stubborn that he probably is sitting there thinking that we fucked him over. Like, we totally fucked him.
No,
we totally fucked him.
This is what fucked me. Right here. This is what fucked me.
This is, they said the exact same things to you, to your face.
It was exactly as I expected it to
To
go.
your face. Well, that's really sad. Again, he keeps saying this. He's like, everything happened exactly as I suspected.
That's where you fucked me over.
We were giving you.
It's like, well, you were completely unprepared for any of it, so I don't understand how this could be prepared yet unprepared to this degree. Yet I expected all of it.
By saying I did something I didn't do. You came into the interview 100%.
No.
Believing I was guilty.
No. They gave you a chance to prove your innocence, and you blew it. You fumbled. You fumbled the lawyer's briefcase as hard as anybody's ever fumbled anything.
You told me, you completely lied to me.
Yeah, you lied.
You just proved it with that statement.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday was the
now we're gonna. This is like trying to convince a bunch of dents.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
of like
you fucked up horribly.
arguing with nobody to convince
You
a
don't
bunch,
understand that now all of your integrity
like
is
building
gone.
a straw man,
Anyone who goes on your
arguing
show
with the
and
straw
anything
man,
like this,
and
never
thinking
trust
that
you ever
that's
again.
good enough. The
You're
dents will
really-
buy it.
Like, thank God.
If
I didn't
I'm
send them
righteously indignant
anything.
enough, they'll buy it.
Like, what the fuck?
Actually evolve and level up. But he
Level
didn't do it
up?
because he's so
You're
stubborn.
like,
No, you didn't, Darksy. You didn't cause the train wreck.
What Floor says, it was a train wreck.
That was not on you. In fact, I bear some of the guilt for that because I was one of the first people to reach out and go, poop, let me touch it.
are they finally?
So I actually bear more of the metaphorical load of that than you do. For what it's worth, I thought you were fine. You, Sly,
You know, the funny
Prophet.
thing is
I thought honestly, I love you, Darksy. Prophet was the best part of that interview because I was thinking these are the two dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. They have to be. They have to be.
Right here with all my expenses right
They have to be the two dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen. You know what Prophet does? Baked out of his mind, gets on the call and tells those guys to their face, you two are two of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen.
It's literally still at my fucking desk.
I was like, oh God, my spirit animal.
Talk about
I got everything I needed out of
You didn't
this.
believe a word I said.
You're like, well, how'd your mom's
I just wanna make
basement
sure
in
that I don't have
Florida?
personal accounts on here.
Wait.
Right?
Yeah, DSP's doing something. I like this. I like this aesthetic.
right here.
I wasn't even paying attention, but you see DSP sausage mode while Adam and Craig and everybody else is laughing. They're all just having a good time. Oh, isn't this, we're just, enjoying our stream. And he's just sitting there like, I was laughing hard enough. I muted my mic. Yeah. Yeah, well, you as like the host, it's your responsibility to keep things even and not lose your fucking mind. And you did a great job of that. That was your role. But then Prophet does not have the responsibility of one of the hosts. So he can spurg as hard as possible. And he did. And I very much enjoyed that. Anyway. Yeah, that'll never happen, Anthony. Sorry to ruin your fantasy, but that's never happening. DSP's never leaving the gated community ever again. All right, so what do we got?
Trav, the funny thing is there, that paper was just blank. It was blank.
The paper was just blank.
He's like, I'm gonna show you.
We're gonna get a lean in, show the paper segment.
Expenses written on it. Right here, motherfucker. Right here. The paper with writing all over it. Here. Ready?
You ready?
It's literally still at my fucking desk, you idiot. God, these
idiot.
people, again,
They're
talk
so
about
stupid.
Disingenuous. They didn't believe
What's
a
up,
word I
Leon?
said. Here, I just want to make sure that I don't have personal accounts on here. Right?
You wrote it. You literally took a blank piece of paper, put a pen, and wrote
I'm trying to
bills
think, like, how
on
I
it.
don't want you to see what accounts I have.
I
Right?
don't.
Obviously,
We gotta make sure.
I show you this
I gotta make sure there's no personal info on there.
Right off the
Okay.
bat, there's like 2 accounts that are personal accounts,
You wrote it. You fucking wrote it.
Folded it.
What is this? What is
Yeah,
this?
Already because all my utility companies' names are on here.
Oh my god. There's only one company that offers utilities in your area. Oh my god.
Not that I should have to do this, right? Here, maybe if I do a crazy folding job, right?
Oh, is this where he like
It's really stupid.
he does this? Because I got it, and he's like,
Okay.
I can't do it because then my camera would be fucked up and it's too archaic to like refocus. Believe it or not, I actually can't refocus it if it unfocuses.
I'm
Where he's
literally
like-
just going to show you one tiny part,
Where he like
right? One tiny
rolls
part.
it up and then covers half of it with his hand.
I should cut it up, maybe. Again, I'm trying to show you without, again. So, Phil wants to prove what he's saying is true. But even just to show you this paper has personal shit on it that can expose. You understand what I'm saying now about proving innocence?
Dude, you could just write down. In fact, maybe I'll do that. You just write down like bills on a piece of paper. Just write bills, and then you just write down whatever. I got my electric bill, my $400 internet bill with the business internet. You're right. You guys are right. Upgrade your camera. Dude, I did upgrade my camera. I had the Razer Kaio, and that wasn't cutting the mustard. So I bought a DSLR that's old, and I got 2 studio lights flanking it. But the problem is, my webcam was never designed to be a webcam. I had to move heaven and earth and scam the fuck out of it to make it a webcam. And I kind of regret it now. Even though it only cost me like a couple $100 for a nice DSLR webcam, wasn't worth it. I should have just bought the expensive one. But I'm too deep now. Anyway,
like literally, I'm like right here. Well, here's a utility company. Can't show you the name of the company, right?
Why'd you write it down then?
I can't show you.
You wrote it.
People will do shit.
He's like, I can't even show you what I wrote because it's too sensitive, even though I chose what words to write down and what numbers to write down specifically with the intention of showing it to everybody. But I can't show you it because it has revealing information on it. Yes, Snood, he's okay. I'm going to read Snood's message out. So when you guys hear the bell, I'm not toxic. He is literally insane. Thank you. Literally. Oh man, I only got 2. Take the third one off. It's overloaded on Valley Girl. But yeah, like I feel like I've used the word insane so many times over in my life. I've just used it a lot. I've just said this is insane. And so it's kind of watered down my own personal definition of it. But this is insane. This is the most appropriate use of the word insane that I've ever used. Because this is it. This is actual insanity. And this must have been like when this is the start of the breakdown, I think. Because this kicks off a multiple month long breakdown that is still actively going on, that is still developing. The breakdown is ongoing as a result of this. And so we're seeing him like take a step off the cliff and like begin the process of free falling. And I think it's right about here where something in his brain just goes, breaks. This interview triggered the midlife crisis arc. Yeah, and I think calling it a midlife crisis is very, how do I say it? The midlife crisis arc. If you call it a midlife crisis, you're incomplete. It's an incomplete description because most people's midlife crisis is I'm going to buy a sports car I probably shouldn't buy and I want to relive my glory days. This is like a full on, I'm going to straight up ruin my life. What little is left of my life is going to be gone forever.
Literally, because I wrote all the names. Instead of putting like garbage removal, I put the name of the company. I can't show you that. So, it sucks. But this is the fucking paper right here with all of it on it.
You guys hear that? There's actual paper I'm touching.
I was going to read it off.
Yeah, big ups midlife crisis, by the way. Best intern. He's actually our first intern.
Like
Patient Zero.
Website charging mortgage probably.
Hey, listen to his voice. He's beginning to lose it.
Right? Yeah.
Like I think he's lost it maybe at this point, but the process of losing it is certainly well underway at this point.
Everything else puts me in exposure, right? Two last things is any earnest person would understand why you can't show it. Like even if I fold it this way.
Any earnest person. And again, if you hate DSP, if you hate his ass, I don't hate it.
Like this, it's like
I think he's a piece of shit, but I don't hate it. I understand if people do. If you get angry about like what you're watching here, I get it. I don't share that same sentiment, but I get it if you do.
I'm gonna try this.
He's too interesting to hate, in my opinion.
Right. So.
But if you hate his ass and you're like you think about what would happen if you saw him, like dude, I would just fucking deck him and lay him out, etc.
All right. So here we go.
If that's how you feel, you can rest easy.
All right.
because there is a team
So just to, I'll pre-read
of
it.
dents working around the clock
That I have my website
24/7 to do more damage to this guy's life
My phone bill,
than
which I'm
any of you could ever dream of doing. Because you punch him in the face, you give him a black eye,
car insurance.
then like
Okay?
that'll hurt for a minute. These people are actively ruining his life. Look at this lean-in paper segment.
Fuck. Well, you can't see it. You saw writing. You see right. Okay, you can see writing. You see, I'm not full of it. There's fucking.
So even if
writing
you
on the
see
paper
him,
right there.
you could just ignore him
Camera won't do it.
because the dents
Here
got
go.
you covered.
That's
Because these are the
literally
people
every
actually
month,
ruining his
people,
life.
My expenses. That I'm gonna read.
It's his own fault.
And the point
What's up,
they're
Cruise
making-
Burn? This is
all
Risk of
right.
Rain 2.
Here's the point they're making because we can address this. All right. We
can address this. Now, guys.
I wasn't gonna prove nothing. The point they're making is, you know, they asked, what are $5,000 a month in business expenses? I don't even know where that comes from because I don't know what they're talking about. You understand? Like, I don't get it. I don't even know what they're talking about.
I didn't see the writing, Dark Sea.
I have no clue what they're speaking of.
I have no clue. I'd have no idea. I have no clue.
Bankruptcy report. If that's
is.
a tax return. If that's
No,
data
it's from the
that was
bankruptcy.
input in tax return,
It's from your bankruptcy filing
I
under
don't know what
monthly
that
business
entails, because I don't
expenses.
know what's considered business income one way
And
or another
again-
for taxes versus.
Again, dude, it is like like for all intents and purposes, Craig and Adam, or at least Craig, because he was supposed to be the one that actually did the research. Adam was just a random that they threw in at the last minute. To Craig's credit, he did a great job because for the couple weeks he had to know the lore, I think he did well, and that was guided by the divine hand of ALT Insider. So it wasn't all him, but we have to give him credit because he did good. And this is one thing he missed, which is, yes, he needed to put the fucking spatula to the pork on the grill and say it was $5,000 a month that you listed, that you signed off on your bankruptcy filing. It is your signature at the bottom of it. $5,000 per month in business expenses. It's not Armored Core. It's not Armored Core. Sorry, it's Risk of Rain 2.
Bankruptcy report. I have no clue.
And now he has no. And since that
Answer that question.
was like, oh, it wasn't that he didn't know. Again, it wasn't that he didn't know because Craig did know. But this right here, this behavior made him doubt. Like, is that really what it was? I'm not really sure. Maybe we should just move on because I don't really remember. I don't remember that specific piece of lore. And the fact that one thing was not, they didn't put him to the fucking coals on it like they should have. That's how we get the, oh my God, can you believe how unprofessional they are? They don't even know, because I don't even know either. It's your responsibility to call out my bullshit and not my responsibility to tell the truth. This shit is
Here's what I can
unreal.
do. I can literally pull up my monthly expenses and read through this. So you guys can
That's
know
not what they
exactly
asked.
what I spend every month. Would you
That's
like
not what
to
they
hear it
asked.
now? Because they wouldn't let me do it.
That's not what
They
they asked. They asked for business expenses, not monthly expenses. Monthly business expenses.
Cash out what I make on Patreon and then send my Patreon private DMs for people
No.
who are owed their perks.
No,
We've got
they want
Hulu,
business
Comcast, which is my internet, every
business
month. My
expenses,
monthly
not
condo
Hulu.
dues, my Game Pass
Literally.
subscription, YouTube Premium. I have a note on here to pay
Game Pass,
federal
not a
taxes
business
every
expense.
month.
YouTube Premium,
My
not a
garbage
business
removal,
expense.
My water
Garbage
bill,
removal, not a business
website
expense.
charges, my mortgage,
Not a business
my
expense.
phone bill,
Not a business
my car
expense.
insurance,
Not a business
I still have
expense.
monthly payments to Amazon for a few things I bought last year. That are almost done. Payments
Not
to
a business
attorneys,
expense.
Okay.
Not a business expense.
Medical payments that I'm doing.
Not a business expense. I feel like
My
fucking
back tax
Charlie.
payments that I do every month.
Not a business
Car
expense.
payment that I do every
Not
month.
a
My
business
electric bill,
expense.
my health
Hello?
insurance,
Not a business
and then I have
expense.
notes at the bottom of things that are important, and for example, be sure to prepare for your dues next month or whatever. Like,
Not a
that's it.
business
And then I have
expense.
note at the top,
You
every,
listed
like,
one
quarter
business
I have
expense,
to
which was your internet
use,
line.
Taxes for the state. It's quarterly. So I have a note of what month that I have to pay those. Okay.
Not a
Like,
business
literally,
expense.
that's it.
Yeah, you listed
That's what I did.
$400. No,
And of course,
you listed
there's
$150 in business expenses. So we only have $4,850
something comes up,
left to go
Of course, there's nothing
to
else
account
but
for
groceries. That's
per
the
month.
This is my list of expenses every month.
Yeah, that's not what they asked. They didn't ask for your list of expenses. You deliberate asshole. They didn't ask for your list of expenses. They asked for a list of your business expenses. only one of which that you listed, maybe Game Pass. Okay, we'll say Game Pass too. So internet and Game Pass, we'll say it adds up to $500. Okay, you only have $4,500 remaining to tell us about your business expenses. Only $4,500 remaining to account for.
From? How the fuck would I know? Why?
Because it's your business.
Know that?
It's your business.
On that bankruptcy report,
dude.
that's supposed to be something. That's supposed to be
Banning somebody.
public. You know what I mean?
So?
No one goes into that shit.
So you lied.
Like I said, that
So
was
it's not your fault for lying. It's the bankruptcy court's fault for making it public.
I've
Okay.
never seen anything like this before. This
That's not
circus
true.
that it became, right?
They never seen anything like you because you're the circus. Now I got to put the piece of paper away, just like we did. Just like we did during the interview. We got to put the piece of paper away.
Hang on, you gotta put the piece of paper away.
But you see
God.
what I mean?
See what I mean?
Something
No.
as easy as that. You think, oh, that's easy. That's, it's not a big deal. It is. That's exposure right now. If I showed you the name of companies that I'm paying, utility companies.
You wrote it.
Hurt me.
You wrote it.
Years ago, they called my electric.
That's
company.
your fault. If you get hurt by something that you write down on a piece of paper and show to a camera, that's
Now, that
your
would've hurt me. I
fault.
didn't have the notification that was gonna
Jesus
happen,
Christ.
right? So.
This is fucking amazing, man.
Stuttering Craig wrote me an email. That's nice.
Yeah, read it out loud. Come on. Read it out loud on stream. Come on, asshole. Read it out loud. Don't leave me hanging.
Craig, apparently right now you're ripping us a new asshole. What do you think I was going to do? Do you think I was going to be happy with what you did today? Your actions are heinous, dude. You literally came at the interview completely unfairly. You didn't approach it.
Oh, it's unfair now. It's not objective. Unfair and not objective.
Then you sat and took money from detractors, and then you sat and took money from detractors again.
Yeah, they should have told detractors, hey,
This is not professional.
don't
This is
tip
not
us
professional.
unless you support DSP. That's what they should have said.
Literally are happy.
Yes.
Right?
I would be happy. Dude, if somebody gave me $2,000 to talk about DSP, I'd be pissed, man. I'd be like, dude, you can't do that. You can't take money from detractors. That's like something's wrong.
Happened for you, right?
God, no, he's just desperate to make them out to be the bad guy and burn the bridge because he actually got cooked.
Tickle Bruno,
He got cooked. The pork roast, the pig roast.
He keeps doing it, right?
He says, goes without saying, great job with the interview. You really brought up a good point.
Wonder if he's writing off his whole mortgage as business expense. I think he was.
I think we're dealing with
No, his bankruptcy lawyer has no fucking clue how any of this shit works, and neither did his lawyer. His lawyer nor the judge was just like fucking whatever. Coronavirus, we don't care. Just get out of my courtroom. Get out of my call. I want to go home.
there's only so much someone can take before it sends them to a dark place. Hopefully he finds a little.
If it were true that my mental health was bad, right?
It is.
Why do you think that is, Craig? Maybe it's because when I have an opportunity that I actually think I'm going to be treated nicely or fairly, I still don't get treated nicely.
Dude,
or
it's
fairly, right?
their fault. My
Again,
mental
nothing
health
wrong
is
with the
bad.
interview. If you had left it at that interview, and that was the end all be all of it.
Yeah,
you just
they
think
still
that
would have
was
ended up being the bad guy.
it would have been done, and it would have been over with. Instead, you did this. This is completely underhanded, dishonest, shooting gallery, attack Phil, take money to shit on him constantly. This is wrong, what you're doing here.
And I think that's
Yeah, well, basically nothing except for the actual sign off.
like
Which is funny.
I know personally, and I know everybody.
I guess they operate on a lot of trust that the lawyers are actually doing their jobs.
So
Which
what's
is
best
funny.
for me is to sit here for 2.5 hours and take payments from my detractors and literally regurgitate the negative memes about me.
Yes.
This is the best thing for me.
Yes.
This is what's best for you, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Let's be
And
honest, this whole thing-
unironically, the best thing for DSP. Like if he actually, in my eyes, he's not redeemable. He's too far gone. Like he will never be redeemed in my eyes. In my eyes, he's got nothing to lose. But if he personally wanted a redemption arc, the first thing he's gonna have to do is speed run to rock bottom, which is what he's currently doing. We are heading towards rock bottom at blistering pace. And the reason why we haven't hit it yet is because there is an army of whales that continue to enable his addictions, his alcoholism, his I don't know what to call it, his WWE champions, his gotcha addiction, and as long as the addictions keep being enabled, they're not going to stop. He's not going to stop pulling on WWE champions. Why would he? When the dents give him money, whether he pulls on it or not. Why would he stop drinking alcohol? Because he gets enough money getting drunk and it doesn't really fucking matter. The best thing for DSP is to hit rock bottom like right now. Like ideally he would have hit rock bottom like 10 years ago. But since he had a bunch of people enable him, he had YouTube enable him, Machinima enable him, all trying to make money off him, all of which were just thrown under the bus, etc., whatever. The best thing for him is to have people like this be doing this, making fun of him, making all the DSP memes and laughing at him. So he goes, holy shit, maybe I am a joke. It's the best thing for him. If you actually want what's best for DSP, this is what's best for him.
It was all about you. You reached out for a fun guest on your show. You hit the gold mine with the amount of drama, and you capitalized on it. You've banked on it,
Yeah.
right? Or else
Yeah.
this would have been Mario Kart, Craig. This was Mario Kart.
Yeah. What's wrong with capitalizing on drama?
Right now, isn't this a
I
great
did
show
that.
you planned on? No, you literally are capitalizing on the pain of others.
According to
1 million%.
Jersh.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I want Phil to be in a good place.
I don't really want to shit on Jersh too much because, like, I think his DSP simping is pretty obnoxious.
I'm just curious if we go like another 20 minutes and they're still doing it.
However-
Let's go to this nice big super chat.
However, the whole thing about KF being like basically unpersoned from the internet as a whole is super fucked up.
I want to give you, Adam, an opportunity.
It's so like it's actual like Fed ops
Here we go. Adam's gonna go up.
with the Isabel Loretta Janke or whoever that person was that whose dad was an actual like FBI person. They basically used political strong arming to get Kiwi Farms off the internet. It's gone more or less for. I mean, you can get it on with Tor, but like
Adam's rant.
no like hosts will host Kiwi Farms, and it's so fucked. It's like not necessarily with Kiwi Farms,
I'm gonna scroll
although I do believe Kiwi Farms has a right to exist,
while you're talking.
as cringe as it is.
Know that we see them and we
And as great as it is, whoever.
acknowledge them and we thank you. So the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, the LFJ, the LFJ, Liz Fong Jones is ultra mega cringe.
I've met a lot of people.
It's a horrific precedent to set for the rest of the internet, because if you don't fall in line with the current trends, the current politics, the institutional powered stuff, you can just, your website can just be gone. And it's the exact opposite of like the 90s, where if you wanted a website, you could just run it out of your garage.
Definitely had the easiest path to an easy living, guys. Let me tell you, this has been.
Wasn't done, Dave. And now it's like, you need to play by the rules. You need to make sure your politics are perfectly in line with what the institutional powers want. And you don't say anything, because that's where the slippery slope ends. I mean, it might be like KF, like, yeah, they've got all these problems, and oh my god, it's super extreme, and they're like right-wing extremists. They say gamer words all the time. It's bad. We need to ban them. But tomorrow it'll be like, oh, well, this other website that's like moderately against what the institutional powers want, they need to be banned too because they're the extremists. And it's a slippery slope. And I don't like Jersh very much, but what's happening to him is really fucked up, and it's a really fucked up precedent that is currently being set. And I guess nobody really gives a shit. So. Anyway,
Work hard for easy living. People want the easy path to easy living.
I've definitely had the easiest path to an easy living, guys. Let me tell you.
yes,
This has been the
yes, you have,
easiest-
yes, you have, yes, you have. And this sarcasm is exactly like, it's part of the reason. Like, part of the thing that just really frustrates me about him is he takes everything for granted. Like the internet goes out, he gets like angry about it. Internet goes out with me, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of bound to happen because the internet's kind of a complicated infrastructure, and I understand when like things just break, and then it's a chain that's got 1,000 links, and if one of them breaks, I don't get internet. So it's understandable that one of them would break from time to time. He gets like angry. He's like, these lazy fucks, and he starts making personal insults against the people out here actually like working on the lines and stuff. He takes everything for granted, and everything is horrible that happens to him, and like nobody's a bigger victim than him, even though he grew up in a 2-parent household. He had he went to private high school. He had a good community handed to him in the FGC, that despite as big of an asshole as he was to everybody, they gave him the benefit of the doubt, and they still welcomed him as like one of their own, despite him being a complete asshole and completely unsociable. Unsocialable. I don't know if that's a word. You guys know what I mean. He went to college, had most of his college paid for with daddy's GI Bill. And speaking of daddy, when I got out of college, I got a job working at daddy's company through nothing but pure nepotism. And then when I couldn't even hold on to that, I was saved by a much more lucrative system in YouTube, which I happened to stumble into ass backwards by accident. So starting in 2010, my job turned from actually handling stuff and being productive to getting drunk and playing video games and recording myself doing it. And that's it. There are people that break their backs in like cement plants, out here welding, construction sites, doing hard labor trades, or just hard labor at all, and make a fraction of what DSP does, where he sits on his ass, gets drunk, and plays video games. So yes, DSP, you have had the easiest life of anyone I've ever known. And that's what really attracts me to this, because how can you have a life like that, set up for success so aggressively by every pig roach luck outside force imaginable, and you still end up like this? You still find a way to fuck it up. It's amazing. It's my fault. Sorry, Luna. I'll take the blame on that one. I'll ban myself really quick.
It's just been an easy street all along the way.
Yes,
right.
It has.
It's a challenge. You know, you have to.
It has been easy. If anybody's been living on easy street, it's DSP.
Become successful. And I feel like.
And putting out thousands of videos does not mean you're working hard. It just means you're working a lot. And working is subjective also.
Get the easy path, and a lot of the people that are successful in this world.
Something you have a pour grease down the toilet super chat.
And deserves
lean in cough
that he's made, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what happened between him and I. That's irrelevant. Like, he works his ass off, is very knowledgeable about what he does.
Okay.
Shout out to Tim Pool, by the way.
What does this have to do with me?
Right?
What does this have to do with me? Go back to talking about me.
Any of the hard work.
I want all that success without any of the hard work.
Correct.
I haven't worked hard.
Correct.
I'm one of the most. I won't say I'm the most. I'm one of the most prolific.
That doesn't mean anything.
Content creators in history.
That means nothing.
1,000 videos, 15 years of.
Again, that means nothing. I knew he was gonna go there, and it means nothing.
Set schedules, right?
Schedules don't mean you're working hard.
Absolutely, positively, no knowledge of me whatsoever. Zero.
Getting drunk and playing video games is not hard work.
Nonsense.
You're not a hard worker. You're allergic to hard work.
About me. I lost friendships and relationships because I was addicted to work. I was addicted to putting out.
You were
so many
addicted
videos
to
a day,
money. Is a
the
difference.
reason why I actually got the popularity I did early was because I was the guy who was beating games so fast and immediately getting those playthroughs out.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you work hard though. That just means you work a lot. Work a lot. And what are you talking about?
Anything. You went into the interview with zero knowledge and you walked out with all the negative association.
All the negative association, conspiracy theory mentality.
But you don't care.
And factually disproven, except for it hasn't. Okay.
He tried to lay out this whole thing that he works all day and 12 hours. He only gets an hour with his wife. Like, bro, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
You should spend more time with your wife.
You're right.
Spend more time doing other things.
You're right.
And then
I want to.
Yeah, they told him that. They told him that to his face.
I turned into a fucking therapist yesterday, and like, I'm not a therapist. I'm just a logical based person that I'm a straight.
Oh yeah, logical based. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't even. This is laughable. He doesn't know anything.
But I appreciate that with me, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if you're doing some shit that I think is stupid, I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna tell you, like, you're being a fucking idiot.
Oh man, sorry, Adam.
Stop.
Again, I had no issue with the interview. The interview was fine. When I got out of that,
the interview is fine.
These guys and said I thought the interview.
Yeah, the interview was fine. See, I'm a man of my word. I said the interview was fine, and it's fine, except for it was super unfair, you guys.
It's too much. If you can't afford to fucking eat or pay your rent,
No shit.
or pay
Correct.
fucking electricity bills, what the fuck are you wasting money?
I'm not
Like,
spending $1 on it when I can't pay my bills. What are you talking
That's
about?
what you said. That's what you said. I can't pay my bills this month, and please tip. And also, I was spending about $15 a month on WWE Champions, which even if you take him at his quoted number, that is still way too much.
It wasn't even on WWE Champions. It was on the new, the new Street Fighter game. I did like those daily $1 or whatever.
No, that's a
right?
lie.
This month this didn't happen. I have no money. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You shouldn't spend a
How many
cent.
times has he said, "What are you talking about?" this stream?
Admitted that he's spending any amount of money on that shit was too much. It's like, come on, dude. Be smart about your money. It was so clear throughout yesterday that he's a fucking idiot when it comes to spending money. Yeah, I said it, Phil. I'm not.
I don't care.
I'm just being brutal.
I don't
That's what you are.
care.
All right? You get what you get. You
Oh man.
You came and clearly that was a bad pun too. Jeez. You know what I mean? Like, you came on our show, and things happened, right? So
Don't care about
it's
what
very
happened on the
clear
show.
You're hiding something, and
Yeah, I don't care about what happened on the show. I care that you guys made money off of people that never gave me money in the first place, and we're never gonna.
Saved you. Like, everything was going to be good from now on. Twitch was paying you well, and these fucking assholes ruined your shit on Twitch because you say racist shit. And it's like, all right, you do. Like, all right.
No, that's not what happened.
No, that's not. No, you got it totally wrong, man. Did you even pay attention?
From Twitch because I say racist shit.
Yes, you did.
I never said racist shit on Twitch.
Except for the
Never happened.
N-word multiple
They banned me for
times.
things that happened a decade ago.
No.
Completely out of context.
Wait. I thought they never told you why, and now they banned me for a decade ago. Hateful slurs.
And
Hello?
now you're getting banned from things today for it. Like, what are you talking about?
What? Yeah. What are you talking about?
What are you were this guy?
That's gonna be my next Taken L's stream name. Is what are you talking about? That's just all it's gonna say. If you guys see what are you talking about, you'll know it's your boy, and there's gonna be some serious autism about to rear its head.
It's not even worth being a part of anymore. And they have the freaking a deer on their freaking
Yeah, that shit's really weird. That's really fucking weird.
It's beyond like I think it's a they. No, it's a deer. It's a deer self. I don't know what the fuck they.
By the way, we have a lot of contributions I will be shouting out soon.
Yeah.
I can't keep going all night. I just wanted to hear what he had to say, and he doesn't have much to say. So it's all like, lack of knowledge, talking out of the ass.
Yeah, it's all. This guy's a fucking idiot. I don't even want to listen to him. He's so stupid.
What the detractors told him. He hasn't watched content. He doesn't know anything about me. It's pretty sad, actually.
That shit is crazy. But that's who's working at Twitch.
One of you guys is gonna meme in chat at some point, like down the road, and you're gonna say, "What are you talking about?" And I'm gonna be like, "Wait, what are you? What are you confused about?" I don't realize you're memeing. I can see it. I can see it happening.
On Twitch and I got banned. I was on there for 4.5 years, and I never did a damn thing on there to get banned. And then they removed me from the partner program. How do you know the difference?
Except for saying the N-word.
Difference?
But fuck Twitch anyway.
Concerted effort. How is it that it also happened at
Who gives a fuck? Fuck Twitch.
I told him this on the show, but they don't listen. God.
Fine. Make some racist jokes. Do it. Be you. Don't fucking
right.
try to act like you've changed.
Agree.
Own
Agree with
who
this.
you are.
Don't make
be
racist
a
jokes, you
fucking
idiot.
Bitch. Fucking be the person you want to be and fucking own it. Find a platform that's going to allow you to be that person. All right? I gave you 2 great ideas for a show, right? This is how you don't
Shlomo. Was that like a gay Jewish person?
This is how your don't play movement started.
Got him.
That definitely would have worked. But then I admit, 100%, I was stupid. I was absolutely dumb.
Oh yeah, you think I'm a piece of shit? Well, you probably can read Hebrew.
I got angry. That is my.
You probably had a bar mitzvah.
Admitted this. He doesn't know that because he didn't do any research.
advantage. Own who you are. All right? Put that fucking box of tissues behind you
Yeah.
because you did wank.
Yeah, I have actually no issue with anybody saying anything they want, and I think if you get your panties in a wad over words,
All right?
I think you've got other
It's
problems.
hilarious because you know this guy done dumb shit. Probably
But
not that.
that's the rule. Twitch is ruled by people who do not think that
What are
way,
you doing?
and it's very obvious that if you say something like call somebody a bundle of sticks,
Then they get exposed.
that you're gonna get in
It's not me
trouble.
that does it, but then they get exposed years later. It's way worse. Remember Pro Jared? Remember when he tweeted about me for no good reason?
Oh yeah,
What
now
happened to him?
midlife crisis.
You can't.
This is actual midlife crisis.
You guys remember Pro Jared, my epic tweets?
that are just like, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Yes.
Yep.
Being a victim happens.
Mullah Viking says, actually, he's already done worse. He was booted off of one of the most popular shows on YouTube to do this show instead. Really? I know
No.
nothing about this man.
I know nothing about him, but now I've heard from his detractors, so
Popular YouTube show, he got kicked off.
I know all about you now
on
because
this
I've watched
He's
detractor
gonna
content
laugh
on
at
you.
me and make fun of me because I made a stupid mistake, huh?
But you're choosing
Interesting.
to.
I don't think Adam got kicked off. I think he left because he was sick of Tim Pool's shit.
You know what? I have no respect for people who take advantage of the people who support them. I love my chat. My chat.
And I love
is
my
the-
chat. I love the great
I love my.
conversations that
He
we
loves
have.
you guys, by the way.
That's why I come
It's
to
a
these
great
streams.
conversation we have.
Personal conversations with the people who I spend time with all day.
Solomon? I don't actually know.
I'm successful, and I'm able to sit in my house and talk about my.
But I thought it was a mix between like shalom and homosexual.
It's fun. I fucking love it.
Me too.
I get to play video games,
No, you don't.
and people watch me and pay me. Play video games.
Right.
You get to do the same. You lucky fucking asshole.
You're right.
How dare you fucking bitch about it?
Who's
Oh,
bitching about it?
You
I'm not bitching
are.
about the content I put out. I'm bitching
What are you
about all
talking
the
about?
content I have nothing to do with.
Come on, say it.
That's what I'm
Say it.
bitching about.
Say it.
All the nonsense that people have made up about.
Yeah, it's all the nonsense.
right. Who's complaining?
It's all
about
the
it?
hate.
I love my job. I love the games I play. I love my audience.
Oh, yeah.
What are you speaking of?
He loves us guys. He has love in his heart for
I'm
us.
not-
He even
listen,
said
I'm
it.
not a victim. I outright
Listen,
said on your show,
I'm not a victim.
No one should be contributing to me because they feel bad because people are hating on me. No one. I don't want.
No, that's not why
party on
people
the internet.
contribute to you.
If you're supporting me, support me. Because
Nobody
you like my
should
content.
listen to all those
That's
qualifiers.
it.
Listen to all of those
Games
qualifiers.
I play. I love my audience. What are you speaking of?
All right?
What are you speaking of?
Stop being a fucking victim.
I'm not.
and
Listen,
own-
I'm not a victim. I outright
Listen
said
to
on
this.
your show. No one should be contributing to me because they feel bad because people are hating on me.
Listen to all of those qualifiers. Nobody should contribute to me because they feel bad because people are hating on me. Saying nothing about nobody should contribute to me because they feel bad because I'm crying poor and telling everybody I'm broke. That part was not included in the subset of people that he was referring to. So get debunked, idiots.
No one. I don't want no pity party on the internet. If you're supporting me, support me because you like my content and you like me. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't
fair,
want
exactly.
we don't have pity party streams and shit. We don't.
Yes, you
So what are you
do. Oh, you're having one right now.
Shit. All right, I'm
You
done.
lectured the wrong person. Literally every point you made was wrong.
man.
Congratulations,
That's
Adam.
okay. That's okay.
Adam,
Good.
with the most uninformed rant of the
And
year.
now we got-
award. Yes, Adam.
And now we got
Everyone.
sarcastic asshole
Everyone.
rant.
Applaud this man. Most uninformed man I've ever heard talk about me, actually.
And he is uninformed, and despite how little he knows of you, other than just talking to you directly. Wait a minute.
I mean, that's pretty.
Dave, you understand that this guy, yes, he is uninformed. The only thing he has to go off of is talking to you directly. That's it. It's the only thing he has to go off of. And yet this is what he thinks of you. He doesn't even know the lore. He doesn't even know how you told Panda that, you know, give her a pill. He doesn't even know about Thanks Begging 2018, where you begged your ass off for $18,000 in back taxes, that most of that went to WWE Champions. He doesn't even know about the 10-year plan and the Linda Burnell stimulus check that you probably got. It's not proven, but I'm willing to bet he got one. He doesn't know about the secret scam wedding. He doesn't know about all the people disowning him from the FGC and all their reasons why. These are all things that I'm acutely aware of. These are all things that you guys are acutely aware of. But Adam Krigler was not. Adam didn't know any of it. All he knew was what you had to say to him. And despite that being very little information, he has already got you read like a book. That you're an asshole. That nobody likes you. That all of your victim segments are your own goddamn fault. And somehow, this is something that we're flexing about. We're like, oh yeah, he's an asshole. He didn't even know anything about me. He knows I'm an asshole. It's like, well, if after one extended interaction and knowing nothing else except for what you had to say to him, he thinks you're an asshole, you're probably a fucking asshole.
Impressive.
Yeah, 2K cat reveal. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I've lost my train of thought.
Has misinformed about me, and then actually pretend like they knew what they were talking about.
All right, Luna. Good night, man.
But again,
Wow,
doing it on
I
the
agree
show
with
that
you.
I'm not on, so I can't counter it.
Yeah,
That's
but they
pretty
said
impressively
they
amazing.
said the same thing to your face, and you
Yeah,
sat there
I
and
love it.
sausage moded,
At the end of the day, look,
stressed out sausage mode.
there are common themes.
I didn't know a sausage could look stressed out, but
Common sense and
we found a way.
Right? Those have been a common theme from the
Oh
start.
my gosh.
And everything you said rings true with those. Like, we are so freaking lucky to be able to
Hell
do
yeah.
Correct?
dude.
We all are. Anyone
So
making
fucking-
content on the internet is insanely lucky. I've said this a million times. The only reason I'm popular is because I started when I did. If I had started later, I never would have had absolutely anyone at all,
Yeah, it's a problem.
would have watched me.
Is that not a problem for you, Dave?
My life. I love
The fact that I started
Sounds just like me
commentary
with what he's saying,
on your
which is
dumb
never
ass
watch me if he thinks that we're different.
once the when we started taking L's, I had people tell me the market's already saturated and it's a worthless endeavor. There's already too many people. Like basically they back then the tractor beam was like brand new. No, like the tractor beam was the last one
This sounds
to
exactly like
arrive.
me. Every day.
Shout out to Tractor Beam, by the way.
And
And I said, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. I got too much to say. I don't give a fuck. That's fine if nobody watches. I gotta do it anyway.
From fucking wherever, and it's like this is fucking awesome. Like I got people all around the globe trying to support me, and it's like I will never look at them like a dollar sign. I've met
Correct, and
people
I don't
that
either.
do that.
Right.
And I've seen
And I don't either.
There's many people in this circle that
Yeah, he still has it, by the way. It's still maintained. That Excel spreadsheet, still maintained, by the way.
That's why I need to change for the better. I need to stop with the e-begging shit. I know that. I'm
Wait,
trying my
what?
best. That's why when I
I need to stop with the e-begging, guys. Even though I don't e-beg, I gotta stop it.
I appreciate that, and it's happened recently, and it
You're
really
doing it again.
It does.
It
know
does.
what I
Okay, now guys.
It really pisses me off that I do it, and I gotta get better.
Wait,
at
it pisses me off that I do it. You're talking like a fucking addict. It really pisses me off that I e-beg. Are you addicted to begging?
I've been through over the years. That's something I absolutely need to get better. I don't see
Oh
my
my God.
viewers as dollar signs. I don't say, "Oh,
Yes,
time
you
to
do.
turn on that stream and let the dough start rolling." It's like, no, I want to turn on my
Yes.
stream and have fun, play a game.
Dude,
you know,
that's
have a
such a lie.
That's what I want to do.
That is such a
It
lie.
comes along with that. But again, this is something I've reiterated a million times.
This is somebody who right now, you guys can't see it because I cropped it, but right now,
the wall at this point, right?
we have
they could send
a counter of how much money the dents have given him.
guilting them. Like, dude.
We count up from zero.
It's your audience. They're gonna support you if you're worth supporting. Okay? And you cease being worthy of their support when you see
Who
them
is
as
he
dollar
ranting to?
signs instead of people.
It's not me. It's definitely not me.
As I said, life is tough. All right? They're
No,
choosing-
DSP won't get a
The
VTuber model.
rest of it, dude, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't know.
Yeah, what
it's
are you
so bad.
talking about? What are you speaking of?
Like, you're yelling at someone.
That's like the ultra rare version. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you speaking of?
It's like you walked into a church and you yelled out, "God is great." Yes,
No,
Adam.
dude, you fucking hate your job, and it's so obvious.
Tractors on Twitter, you guys
It is laughable. He tries to convince anybody that he doesn't hate his job.
you guys crushed it.
If there's anybody I know that hates their job, it's fucking DSP. Which is why he'll never get a real job. So if you can't handle e-begging and do that properly, no way can you do anything else. No way.
Into WWE might cause a lot more trouble than just embarrassment.
What?
Well, that would actually make sense as why he can't let his username get out, because he said that it would harm his family if his username got out. It's like,
Oh my god. They're actually reading it.
They're making new
Perfectly.
conspiracies up now.
No, these are not new conspiracies.
I got a fucking headache.
You get a
dude.
seagull laugh now.
I got a serious headache. Yes, what I said just.
So if
to
that
clarify-
seagull laugh woke anybody
clarify
up.
that statement. What I said was I stopped playing mobile games like I used to. Remember,
Like,
I admitted
we stopped playing mobile games like we used to. No, we didn't stop playing mobile games. We stopped playing mobile games like we used to, because we're not playing mobile games like we used to, guys.
The entire point of the show.
Didn't say we're not playing mobile games. Didn't say we're not spending a lot of money. We're not spending an exorbitant amount of money in playing mobile games hardcore.
Nothing else to address,
And they
correct?
get help, right?
Correct? Yeah, that is correct.
And I think that when you have any sort of family member or community member or even friend, you just, you can be harsh to them while
Yeah, I agree with you.
well,
I agree with you, Karkan. It really
I
is.
gotta start wrapping up with my
Like,
own shit.
when this was going on, this was like watching an alcoholic drink themselves to death.
So, here's the deal.
Well, like
I'm
a
gonna-
bunch of
I need
people
to-
are sending the alcoholic
I have
bottles
something
of
to say.
like
All right.
rum and laughing about
how
it.
this all ends,
That's how this
okay?
felt to witness.
All right, here's how all this ends. It's this simple.
How's it end?
Okay? Because I'm done with this now.
I'm done with it. I'm never gonna bring it up again.
Duty stream can kiss my ass.
Hey, big ups Duty streams. Dude, why does Duty get all the shout outs? This is bullshit, man. Because I want a fucking shout out. I want him to go on a fucking unhinged tirade about how left-handed people are subhumans and we need to round them up all in camps and we need to do X, Y, and Z. I want to hear that. But no, fucking Duty. Duty gets all the shout outs. This is bullshit.
All right, here's how we end it.
Here's how do we end it? We're gonna end it for good.
You promised me one
We're
thing. you
done
gave
with
me
it
else.
after
I
this.
thought from what I was doing when I was sitting there that it actually was legit. It was not.
True, Duty is a very prolific creator. He has new videos like every day.
Talk to detractors. You know, it was really, really disingenuous what Craig and his people did there to me. Okay.
Okay.
The thing is, you know,
That's
I'll be
not
honest
true,
with you
but
guys.
what do you
Want
be
the
honest with?
truth?
Okay.
This was all expected.
It was all expected now. I expected to get eviscerated, to get my pork rind roasted over the coals and seared into a nice black, crisp outer shell with the meat inside nice and tender and juicy, but not too juicy. Slathered up in barbecue sauce so that all of us could make pulled pork sandwiches and feast on the carcass of this disgusting e-begging pig. He saw all that coming. He expected it. He knew this was going to happen the whole time. And this, let me guess. Now, I don't remember specifically what he says here, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm going to guess that the whole time this was a social experiment to see if the internet was ready for dark side Phil to come back. It turns out they weren't. They fell into my trap, and now I'm never doing anything outside the gated community ever again. And that was my whole goal the whole time, was just to confirm that I couldn't do it because of my trolls are so mentally unhinged. I bet you it'll be that. Let's just listen to what he has to say.
Basically, what I wanted to do, this is similar to last year, which we didn't talk about, which I said I wanted to talk about on that interview, and they never brought it up. This is incredibly similar to the situation where I had car repairs last year, and I wanted to test the waters. And
Oh, here we go. Yes, it's so fucking predictable.
So last year my car broke down.
I swear I
mentioned
didn't
it
know that.
on a stream. And
On a stream?
basically, what happened is all of my detractors
Shout out.
used their bullshit, identity theft information. Okay.
Identity theft on Firestone.com.
And basically,
Agent chat.
what I've seen is, the more information you give, they'll do
Okay.
whatever, and they hurt me. They actually
hurt
used
me.
identity theft to find the documentation of the car repair that I did.
It was
Did
identity
matter?
theft, dude. That was like the
No,
most
It didn't matter at all.
budget
It
version.
had no purpose, but it was.
No,
a
it had a
test.
purpose
If
because
I
nobody
just
trusts
give
you.
a little
It was a
bit of
trick.
information-
Oh, it was a test. You guys hear that? It was a test the whole time.
Used identity theft for no good reason to try to find out all my shit online. All right, so the test
God damn.
was successful, and that's what I said. It's like, man, if I give out my information or whatever,
My test was
it doesn't even matter if I
successful.
give it to it's going to backfire.
It doesn't
But
matter.
in the case
Yeah, I'll
of
never
this
do
video,
anything again.
This was also a test.
Okay? Okay.
These guys.
It was actually a social experiment.
Okay.
Unbelievable. We're going with the social experiment cope.
Neutral. They told me they were neutral. Like that was the thing.
They were.
That was Craig said, coming in from neutral
They were.
perspective.
They were
they're
completely neutral. They're as neutral as anyone is ever going to be.
But I believe.
In fact, they were more than
it was
fair.
a shot, right? Right.
You should have really
Let's give it
expected a
shot.
lot worse from
Let's
somebody that
see what
says they were
happens. I told
neutral.
you, I went in. Did I trust Craig? Yeah, probably about 98%. But I always had this inkling in the back of my.
98% trust.
I did. I just.
I'm so glad I didn't send him champions, you guys.
Exactly what it was going to be. All right, and that's exactly what it ended up being.
That's
It ended up
I
being,
was
we're
right
gonna
the whole
do an
time, you
interview,
guys.
But then immediately benefit.
See, guys, I wanted them to eviscerate me. I wanted them to cook my pork rind.
And just
I wanted the detractors to eat pork butt.
the money keep rolling in. Literally, not going to read. You got people on your show crapping on me, who know nothing about me, did zero research, right? But
No.
that's okay.
They did
As long as
way
the money-
more.
As long as the money's rolling in. Keep
Yeah.
giving the super chats, right?
Shout out to Money, by the way.
Congratulations. Congratulations to Craig, right? You proved who you really are, along with your group there. You know,
Hey, Carcand, you said it, man. This is
And,
this is
messed up.
really pathetic.
Messed up,
This is
all right? Not once
extremely
did not go into
pathetic.
that interview even thinking.
So this is probably the most
going to be
pathetic stream he's ever
at any
done.
moment. You
Is
actually-
this it? Is this the most pathetic stream he's ever done or not?
All right. So it's fucked up, and it is what it is.
It's what?
But you know what?
It's fact
Live and you
up.
learn, right? And
What
this
did you
was a
learn?
test for me. It really was.
It was a test. It was a test.
To see what would happen if I
You got
just-
$2,000 for
It
Jasper,
went
1,600 for
pretty
shower.
much-
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got donated for the shower and he didn't even fix it.
Pretty much. But
So
that's
get
the
trolled,
difference when it comes to
idiots.
me. No one
I don't know.
gave
If
me
you donate to
the
DSP, you kind of
right?
deserve to get scammed. So I
it's
don't even
this
blame
simple,
DSP for
all
not
right? So we're gonna do a
for not
few
following through. Because
shout-outs
why would he?
in a second for contributions. I'll read
He's never followed through.
Moving forward.
So why should he start now?
Excuse me.
Fuck the dents.
All right. I have no.
They're just as bad as he is. In fact, they are even worse because they keep enabling him. If the dents weren't around, he would have turned his life around by now. He would have already hit rock bottom and he'd be
I don't know if I
recovered.
could trust anyone. If you know these
Or
guys
like,
were supposed to be
you
neutral.
get it.
How could
He
I
would have
possibly
recovered in the way you can
trust
recover
anyone
as
moving forward,
like
right? It's just
I gotta leave. I
It's
gotta leave. I gotta
crazy.
leave. I gotta leave.
the thing. how it turned out,
Oh
right?
fuck!
But I don't know. How could you trust anyone? It just seems everyone out there is just they want to use me to get a rise, to get popularity.
Now,
right?
we're like-
That's 1,000,000%. That's what
We're
this is.
just
And
we're making stuff up right now to try and justify our massive amount of paranoia.
Your own streams or
See,
whatever.
I need to be
Profit,
paranoid.
stop, Profit, profit, profit is what it's all about, right? My misery is your benefit. I can't stop you from
True, because it's funny.
But I'm gonna take the moral high ground. I'm gonna make better content than that. I'm not gonna be that. All right, moving forward. I haven't
Your content is
done that to begin with.
I do not think there's anybody with worse content than DSP.
Moving forward, if I want
I
to talk
really
to
don't
someone,
think there
they're gonna
is.
be on my show.
Okay, well Craig offered to do that and you told him to go
Someone
fuck
actually,
himself,
I've
so
someone interesting I want to speak to. Like for example, I mentioned earlier, Review Tech USA is someone I would very much like to speak with and have a civil conversation about, like just talking with this guy back and forth about.
yeah, you know what RT told him? Review Tech told him, go fuck yourself. I'm not coming on your stupid fucking show.
That's important.
Actually, two stuck at level 1 for Review Tech USA. Can you believe that?
You know what I'm saying?
Can you believe that?
I would 1,000,000% do it if it means that.
He's like, well, Review Tech's pretty fucking pathetic.
It's not going to be.
So I can always get him, right? Then imagine just not being able to get him.
By exploiting me. And it's what that was. This is exploitation. There's a difference between I did an interview and it was objective, and then the exploitation stream is the next day, where you make the money rolling in on it. I'm shitting on me the whole stream. And literally, everything you're saying is wrong. Oh, this about Phil, that about Phil. Wrong. Oh, he had nothing on the page. Page is right there. Everything's written, all my expenses. Like, everything you say is wrong. But that's fine, because you're on your show. There's no one to
Yeah, I read it down, you
That was
fucking
the
idiot.
wrong
There wasn't nothing on there. I wrote it down.
Literally.
Fucking idiot.
That was one of the most wrong things that you could have done, is had that show with no opportunity for me to counter any of it. That's just, I can't believe it. That
Can't
was
believe it. It's
so
unbelievable.
backhand. So that you want to talk about I'm in a pit of snakes. That's, are you kidding me? Really? After I give you 5.5 hours of my time? That's
Yeah, I gave you my time. Wait. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes he just says stuff and I just think to myself, like, did that seriously just come out of your mouth? And it's really a great moment in everybody's life that comes into contact with him where he starts spurging about the fact that you wasted his time. Yes, the king of hate. You wasted the king of hate's time. And that's the worst sin you could possibly do, is waste his time. Because his time is the most valuable of anybody in existence. I'm doing the thing where I make an extreme straw man. We'll just say his time is extremely valuable, because it has to be valuable, extremely valuable, to get a spurging segment like this. So he doesn't have any time. to go and write paragraphs to the trolls on tophaters.com. Anything like that? No. His time is way too valuable for that. DSP, your time is the most worthless of anyone on the planet. I challenge anyone to drop a name of somebody whose time is more worthless than DSP. Because I don't believe anyone exists who can beat him out. Your time is completely worthless. And you did it voluntarily. They didn't ask you to do it. You volunteered. You begged for it. Please interview me. I need to clear my name. You begged them. And how did they repay you? Well, they wasted 5 hours of your time. You gave them your time, your extremely valuable time, and this is how they repay you? As if they owe you for giving them your time.
That's... Are you kidding me? Really? After I give you 5.5 hours of my time, that's how you thank me? Wow. And all that money
your time is worthless again.
That fucking show, right?
Has nothing to do with you.
Had, right? But that's how you do it. You have a whole show that's just crapping on me. Like, wow, amazing.
Yeah,
right?
because you deserve it. Because you are a shitty person, and you deserve it.
Last night.
You defended them. Why?
Whatever, right?
Why? They don't give a shit. They never asked you to defend them.
I'm done. This is the end of my stream. I'm going to do shout outs.
I'm done with it.
Here. So, by the way, yes, you know, I will, you know, like I already said, I'm planning to have people here on DSP Reacts have conversations with people. All right. I would love to have a conversation with Rich and maybe a few others. You know, I already have a couple other people who I'm interested in and or lined up. And,
spoiler alert, none of that happened.
With Rich, I'd actually like to do it soon, but I don't know.
None of it happened. He was actually done with it before anybody could say anything because he never got Rich.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
There you have it.
There you have it.
This is the end of it.
I did nothing wrong.
You know, because again.
Wait, I'm happy now?
Set for this to happen. It happened. So now I know. I will never get a fair shake. It's never going to happen. There will never be a fair shake for Darkside Film. People.
Yeah, I'm a victim.
Too much in the possibility of benefiting from making fun of me, right? Then the offset of just do it.
I mean, making fun of you is pretty fun.
It outweighs the morality part of the equation.
Yeah, morality.
I will put myself into the position of risk. You understand? There's no point.
I won't take any more
So
risk.
I'm not going to do that any further.
That's what they taught me in business school that I have a business degree from, is just never take any risks.
On my show, if
you take risks, dude, you might have trolls if you take risks. Sounds good? Sounds good.
I'm not wasting my time. This is it. This is the end all be all.
This is it. This is it. I'm never gonna talk about it ever again.
Right? I'm just done with it.
I'm done with it.
Okay? It's just I can't. I can't entertain your narrative of bullshit anymore. I just can't. It's not worth my time. I'm too old for this shit. I just want to make.
It's not worth my time because my time is very worthwhile, you guys.
To watch that, to watch them beat me up, for what?
Oh, fuck.
So
I got sniped.
I'll do some tip shout outs here. I mean, 90% of the super chats tonight were pretty toxic. I didn't really pay attention to much of them because they were so toxic.
I didn't even pay attention to them. God, I love it. They were too toxic. I didn't pay attention to them. Here's a shout out, by the way.
I don't even know what that means. Someone did $1.50 saying trolls are whales donating hundreds of dollars. I don't even know what that means. You talking about on their stream?
Is that David Koresh?
So someone did me $1.50 says, I'm not your biggest fan. I agree Adam was scummy today. Dude has a massive superiority complex. Like, who is he to fix someone's life with shitty advice? There you go.
Who says DSP's life needs fixing? Are you troll?
There you go.
Quit trolling me, dude. My life doesn't need fixing. That's perfect. By the way, no,
retorting to anything. I'm not responding.
I'm not retorting. Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. We're gonna go no drama tomorrow or ever again.
$1 tip. Troll again. Ignore this.
Ignore this. Shout out.
There you go.
Ignore this guy, but let me give him a shout out really quick.
Sasuk Man. Wow, that's a. I don't know how to pronounce this. Maybe it's supposed to be Sasuke, but it's with a Q instead of a K. Says, It's a $5 tip, by the way. It's nasty how they trashed you after that interview. Props for sticking.
My fucking god.
Yeah, you know.
My life doesn't need fixing. Now, guys. Exactly. Dude, I don't need to fix my life. Now, guys.
Yo.
You know what's funny is he had that whole segment about I'm not gonna beg anymore. I really hate that I beg you guys. I really hate that I'm begging you guys for money. How long did he last without begging? That's what I want to know. Because
Paseo just did a $5 tip. He says, man.
oh my god, that was a weird goat laugh. Let's hear it one more time. I'll just let it play.
Paseo just did a $5 tip. He says, man, I'm glad I missed the event. I don't know if I should have attended it and watched it afterwards. I mean, literally the event is 5 hours of them grilling me answering their questions with the answers you guys have already heard. There's a few other things that you probably have never heard, but it's not too much to give a game. You know?
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about watching him. That was really nothing.
You know, now,
even though it was really fair, and that was after.
on me for 2.5 hours.
After, by the way, so we totally retconned everything because after the show was over on the post stream, after the interview was over, he said, finally, I have a place where I can send anybody that wants to know about me, go watch the interview. Go watch the interview. Don't be negative. Just watch the interview, because that is where everybody needs to go if they want to know about my past and stuff. So all this toxic shit, I debunked it all on the interview. And he said that like 30 minutes after he got off the call with them. That was where everybody was going to go. And now somebody asked him, hey, what'd you guys talk about? He's like, it's not really that big of a deal. Even though it was like a relief. Like, oh, thank God. Like, I finally got it out there. That is where everybody needs to go. Whatever they want to know about me, just go there. It's like the end all be all everything. And then one of his dents asked him about it. Like, hey, what happened? What happened there? He's like, oh, it's nothing to worry about. Nothing. You don't really need to watch it. It's not a big deal. You don't need to watch it. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. It's just, it's just a little thing.
Right?
Now, guys. Being dragged. This guy a medic? Hello?
Jim Martini shaking not stirred did a tip that says, I agree Adam is passive aggressive. He's getting all his info from detractors. My only criticism is, are you not going to...
No, he got it.
I go through them, but I'm not reading the negative ones.
His only information was actually from you that he spoke to directly. You got $2,000 for that cat. You cannot pay $300 for Jazz for blood work.
Someone
What?
just sent me $1 that says, I'm actually an ex-con.
Well,
I don't know if this is true or not. This is an ex-con.
you need...
Your question was, according to society, if you do something wrong, should you pay for it forever? According to society, yes. Especially if you're an ex-con. Good
No,
luck.
but if you rehabilitate yourself and you can reintegrate into society as a productive person,
Saying something really
a
stupid
law-abiding, productive person, then yes.
versus you went to jail
But
for
if
a crime, a
if
serious
you
crime, is a little different.
committed a
But then
crime
even maybe there should be some level
and you
of
were
forgiveness, right?
rightfully convicted
So
for
what
it,
Super Jets did and didn't I read?
you're still somebody that committed
Let's go
a
through
crime.
quickly.
Depending on the severity of it, yeah, you won't be forgiven for it. Doesn't mean you can't be a productive member of society again and be reintegrated and live out your life like a mostly normal person.
Did that one.
But you'll always be an ex-con.
That one.
I'm not saying you can't, like,
Did
oh
that
my
one.
God, I need to
The
just...
last one I did was Balloon Kit. What was the last one I shouted out? Seraph?
Yeah, that's,
Seraph.
I think he needed all that money.
Seraph. So that's the last one I
Yeah,
did.
Dark Arcade, you said it, man. He needed that money.
So, Korowal
Pay for the
Devil
fight stick
did a super
that he
chat
used once.
and said,
Oh my gosh, I'm
hold on,
just-
now it scrolls. It's pissing me off. I'm trying to read them. I gotta find it. It scrolled and couldn't come out. Where is Seraph? There's Seraph. Okay. So Korowal Devil did a super
Just
chat.
fucking
Trolls
hit
are
him,
more
man.
successful than them. It's not about levels of success, but they certainly know that all this drama that was created this week is going to benefit them.
Yes.
Why do you think that they're giving the side scrollers' money. Of course, that's why they're
God,
doing
now it's the side scroller's fault. Okay.
Let's see here. Sweaty Gaming Productions did a $20 super chat saying real men are not sensitive. Well, there you go. Didn't know that. Radical Jaws re-upped his membership. Sorry, Phil, about this. Hope that you're doing okay. Listen to me.
Sorry about this. Yeah. See, again, destructive behavior from the Dents, enabling his paranoia and his delusions.
It really isn't to me.
Because really, if he had any friends, they would tell him like it is. They would have told him like it is a long time ago, and we would never have gotten to this point. But that's not. That's,
Destiny prepare you. No. During the foot, the super chat is your
that would be very funny. I would like that actually.
And I can't do 2.5 hours.
Destiny is a fucking cringe lord in and of himself.
Bloom Kid did a super chat says they read all the super chats on their show though. Right, but if the entire thing is insulting to me, do you think that's fair? Do you think it's fair to have a show where the entire show is attacking someone who's not there, who was a 5.5 hour guest on your show the day before?
Yes.
Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Right? In any universe, does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense. That's exactly what I would have done, and you deserve no less.
Gary, the super chat, you thought we were going to be a regular on there? I was supposed to be.
I was supposed to be. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I was supposed to be a regular, you guys. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Criminal who needs to confess. I was supposed to be a guest on the show.
It was supposed to happen. New lore. We actually negotiated it ahead of time that I was going to be a regular guest.
Radical Jaws had gifted a membership. Congrats to the person who got it. It was... doesn't say.
Oh my God.
Whoever got it, congrats.
So funny. That's really funny.
There you go.
I was supposed to be a regular guest, and they fucked it up. They fucked me again, left and right. Oh my God.
Only goes till 9:15. It's 9:38.
Yeah, this is one of those things that was up here, sloshing around amidst all that gin.
Exactly.
And you just made it reality.
Troll ignore that. Troll ignore that.
Troll ignore that. And also shout out. Okay? Okay.
Rosov says, Adam is a former male model and he went gay for pay. I don't believe that. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna stand about that. That's bullshit. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. That's stupid. I don't know what that means. You got another troll. Got another asshole.
You had a chance to make connections. I think you blew it. Wait, dude. They interviewed me for 5.5
you blew
hours.
it.
I did exactly what they wanted, correct? No. And then they shat on me for 2.5 hours the next day.
Wait, you did exactly what they wanted?
I'm being confrontational.
Wait, so because I did everything they wanted?
They did this to me first. And
I did everything they wanted, you guys.
Defensive for saying you're out of your minds doing this to me.
That's funny. Is that why he thinks he's entitled to this? What are you talking about?
Anyway, let's see here. Andy did a super J says, let's see. I follow Rich. I'm not a fan of yours. I do support you here. Adam is anti-woke. He's a nut that just learned about you. What he's saying is unfair. I don't care about anyone streaming with anyone. Nobody cares. Okay.
Yeah, nobody cares, idiot. Just give me money and don't put a message on it, please.
That was stupid. And Cody is saying, "Will you chew on your lip? My lip is very dry."
Dude, I'm not focusing at all. This is really bad. I just get farmed.
I think it's because the air is kind of blowing on my lips tonight. They dries out sometimes.
Do you have blowing air, by the way?
All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave it at this.
So guys, now I'm gonna end it again for real this time, though. Even though I said it was over like 20 minutes ago, I'm gonna end it for real.
Yep. Ignore that.
Yep. No, guys, ignore that. Ignore that shout out, though. I'm gonna ignore that, but after this shout out, I'm gonna ignore you after I give you a shout out.
Give me $2. It's sad these guys decided to cash in on you instead of being neutral. I was enjoying their content.
They were incredibly neutral. They were, I would say, they're extra medium.
Guys who made good content, but they never made content like this before. That's for sure, right? They literally never made any content like what they made about me. Like I said, if there wasn't money,
dude, I just like I'm not focused at all.
Or would they have been, you know,
getting far. Maybe people are good at this game now, and I'm still a shitter, and I can't get away with being a shitter anymore.
So, I got another $2 tip from Radical Jaws, letting you know it was Hybrid who got my member gift. Thank you. Congrats, Hybrid. Be sure to thank Radical Jaws. I feel like your pain today is I got a stupid
ammunition.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hate post-nasal drip. It's awful. Post-nasal drip is really bad, and
Post nasal drip's really bad. Shut up, post nasal drip.
Okay. And didn't know there was another super chat, a big one. Mike did a super chat. He says, I'm spreading the love. Thank you, Mike, for the big super chat. That's a huge one, actually. It was about $20. Sheriff earlier did that really big one.
How far we fallen, Dave? How far we fallen?
All right, guys. We're
Big
gonna wrap
super
it up.
chat. Now we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna end it for real this time, even though we said we were ending it like 20 minutes ago. For real.
All right.
And now this is my actual last. This is my third last word.
I've already addressed all the bullshit. The best
I've addressed it
part is
all.
I'm done with it. There's no point
I'm done with it. I'm done with it again. We're never gonna bring it up again after I've finished talking about it. Then I'm actually done with it.
Fun gameplay, interactive podcasting, react content, and have a fun time with my small audience. I'm happy with that. All right, I'm very happy with that. And
I'm very happy with it. That's why I'm coping about it.
All right, and I hope that you guys will continue to join me for all this content moving forward. I appreciate that. All right, the experiment worked because this was
The experiment. Yeah, it was an experiment the whole time.
Neutrally, they did not. It was completely one-sided.
I knew this was gonna happen the whole time. I ruined my own life just to prove a point.
Emails I just got from Craig. I mean, it's all evidence. Even what they're saying on the show.
What that point is, I don't know. I'm not sure what the point is. I ruined my own life to... Isn't that their word for that? It's like schadenfreude or something, where it's like Munchausen's or something.
You know, that's it's just...
It's like you ruin your own life just to prove that you're a victim or something. And give yourself a disease voluntarily.
Want to appear on my, over here and do a nice civil conversation or an interview or whatever with me, and we go back and forth. We have that's what I mean. Like, if I have Rich on from ViewTech USA, I don't want to interview the guy and grill him about shit. I just want to have a conversation, just shoot the shit with him, talk with him a little bit back.
That's not the cards, man.
I won't. If I ask him something,
This experiment is coping. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. It doesn't have
Were
to
they
be
not civil with you?
dramatic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No. Were they not? Were the side scrollers not civil with you? You're.
So Goober,
man,
yeah,
this is
sorry.
fucking embarrassing.
Dingo Productions did a super chat. It's been a while since I said hello. Been around watching and liking your stuff.
Again, this is where most of us would be like, or I guess all of us.
The dollar signs are too powerful.
Be like, hey, my friends are hitting me up and going, this is so bad. You're pathetic. You need to grow up. That's what a friend would say. He doesn't have friends. He has dents.
We did.
And the dents
sadly, we didn't finish
say, Daddy, you did a great job.
You're probably gonna be disappointed.
Oh my god. Dude, I've spent the whole fucking game dead. This is so embarrassing.
Let me put it this way. The story ending was great. I actually liked the story ending, but I didn't get to do all the side content. You'll see if you watch the end of the playthrough.
And now we're delighted that we're talking about anything other than the absolute trash fire that we just
all right, everyone. Thank you all.
that we just made and watched burn.
I'm done with the drama. By the way, we had an insane amount of likes on the stream.
I'm done with it again. We're done with it.
Thank you all for that. I really appreciate that. Jones the Bones did
How many times did we get done with it? This is like done with it time number 5.
The best way to avoid the bullshit.
That's what is the tip.
Is to just ignore it now.
Yeah, just ignore it. We're not talking. We're done with it forever, guys.
Just ignore the nonsense. Okay, guys? I mean it. Just let's do our own thing on my channels and just ignore the hate train that they continue to make about me. There's no point in entertaining any of it. I cannot get a fair shake anywhere. This has been proven now. No matter what, those detractors will follow along and give the incentive that they're going to be nasty to me no matter what, and they can't resist. They just can't resist it. So,
dude, you can't resist.
all right, everyone. Everyone, please have a good evening. And
he can't resist. He's like Johnny Manziel. He can't stop himself. He has to do this.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Oh, and it's actually over. So we're actually done with it now. So that was like 4 done with hits in a row, and that was one of very many soon to come, if you will. Segments about the drama. Alright, after this game, we're going to bed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I think that was just the initial, like, I'm about to have a breakdown segment. And then we witnessed the breakdown, like, over the last couple of months. Just slowly, because, like, ever since the interview, he just gets, like, a little bit crazier every day. And it's like, between pre-interview and post-interview, like it's pretty dramatic how big the changes were, because like the drama clearly took its toll. But day to day, after like the post-interview drama kind of got normalized, you didn't really notice that things were getting just like slightly crazier every day. It wasn't enough to really notice. But now between like here, like where we're watching, and now, oh my god, this thing's useless. You can see the breakdown happen. Like we can do the post-mortem on the mental breakdown, and it really did fuck him up. And it makes a lot more sense now going back and rewatching the drama stream about Backstabbed by Sidescollers, because it really is like the first domino to fall in the mental breakdown. It is soon to come, if you will. Dude, it's just dying over and over. I don't really care. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. He's paying by installments. Yeah. No surprises there. I want the Ultimax. Oh, that sucks. That is really funny that he's paying by installments on that thing, because he bought it specifically so he could play Mortal Kombat 1 with the good people on PlayStation. Oh my gosh. And he actually wage quit MK1 after not that much, which is very funny that he's gonna have to make that payment every month despite not using any bit of that fucking fight stick. So it's like being underwater on like a car or something that you got forced to sell, forced to liquidate. And like you no longer even have the thing that you bought, but you're still making payments on it. That's what that reminds me of. It's like he bought an expensive fight stick for his Xbox. And then he's like, I gotta buy everything on PlayStation now just to run away from Masters players, because we can't actually play against any real competition, because then we might get embarrassed. We might get called out and embarrassed, and that can't happen. So gosh. Coming down. So that's really funny if he's making his payments on that fight stick, because you know he's gonna be making payments long after he's no longer using it. And I don't understand. You're right, Karkan. You're right. Because if he keeps playing, he's just gonna get to Master again. So the whole running away from Masters thing to Smurf doesn't actually make any sense. Because he's just gonna be in Master again. Then what's he gonna do? Run away to PC? Yeah, actually he could. He could run away to PC.
Like, you know, guys, I finally come around. Turns out PC gaming is the best after all.
Oh man. Okay. That's all I got left in the tank, boys and girls. I think that's gonna be it for me. I've done what I came to do. I debunked all the trolls. Stupid fucking trolls ruined my life again. A bunch of no load, no talent nudnicks. Okay, if it's Basra, I'll play a little bit just to snipe. Is it? If it's Basra, no, it's Sandy Sunset. Oh. All right, I am going to bed, and I recommend all of you do the same. Thank you for chilling and interacting with meaningful support and contributions, as always. Hope you all have a good night. I don't know when I'm going to be live again next, but probably be on Taken L's. So make sure you sub to me here and sub to me there as well. Okay? Okay. See you all next time.